shoot. It's about time for cats to be in their feelings. Amber, what's up? What's up? What's up, Reg? Hey, y'all, this is going to piss some people off, so get in your, tell them to get in their feelings. And come on, can y'all hear me on Facebook? Are we good on Facebook? I'm good. I'm straight, sis. I'm cool in the fan. You see the video I did before this? And this is open. Can y'all hear me on Facebook? Where's the light at on this one? I'm always asking questions, man. Amber, on Facebook, it's called because it cut off early on Instagram. The question is, what have the black man? Listen. I need y'all to share this out. Hurry up. Should I step away? I'm gonna step away, and I want y'all to share this out. Straight up, I need y'all to share this out for me, cause we need to get some answers. Okay. So the question was, what have the black man or woman create or produce? We're gonna leave it there. I just want y'all to think for a second. I'm going. So share it out. Y'all haven't figured it out yet? Oh, damn. Amber said babies. She said babies. Yo, she said babies, G. Come on, y'all, let's go. Come on. Hey, Reg, I need you to have a watch party. Listen, Reg, I would love for you to come on here too, Reg. This is my brother from Boston. Come on, y'all. Great question. We need to nationhood. Hold up. Y'all see that? We have the black man and woman produce. What have the black man or the black woman produced? What have they produced or created? That is the question. This is my peeps from Tunis. They from Tunis. Come on, baby. They from Tunis. Let's go. I'm going to tell you why. I just want enough people to get on here. So, I don't want nobody to get on here late and say, I don't know what Sabir talking about. The black man created everything. The black man created everything. So, I'm going to ask the question for y'all. I'm going to say this one more time. Listen. Or, what y'all can do, and listen, I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to Zoom and I'm going to monetize my Zoom. So y'all better get in where you're fitting now. So I already have Patreon, but I'm going to start a Zoom classes. And a brother of mine from Spain hit me up. He said, brother, you got so much content. Your head is crazy. You should monetize everything that you're doing. You are original on what you're doing. He was telling me to monetize what I'm doing because I know we got cats on here that love to steal stuff and cats would. Listen, so y'all better get me now because I'm going to trust me. This information you ain't going to hear from nobody else. Trust me. And if you say I'm arrogant, no, I'm not arrogant. I'm just confident in the mother freaking. I am very confident. You need to talk about the arrogant dudes that sit up here and lie to you and sell you dreams and tell you stories and brother the ancient black gods of Egypt. You need to get mad at the dudes that keep talking about the vaccines and if you understood vaccines and stop regurgitating information. What I bring is not regurgitated information. It's Sabir Bey's thorough ass research on what I do. Thorough ass research, and I can sit with the best of the best of the best of them. Okay, so let's make that clear. Shout out to my brother Alberto. Let's have a watch party. Tell them Alberto I'm on Instagram, Real Sabir Bey. Hurry up before it cut off. So Zoom. I'll be on Zoom soon. So all this nonsense that you see on Facebook and niggas keep trying, and they love to type stuff, and when you tell them to come to Instagram, they don't want to come on Instagram. They always have something to say, but they never ever come on Instagram. Don't get mad at me because I'm me, and I don't change for nobody. There's no amount of money that can make me change. They tried it with me. It's no amount. I'm not looking for fame in this, B. I'm not looking for fame in this. Everything that I have done is done myself on research, not regurgitated what somebody else said and then repeated later on. Okay? So on Zoom, the only way you're going to be able to get on Zoom is that I have to send you a link. Did that make sense? So if you want to come and support now, definitely hit up PayPal and Cash App. $ Sabir Bey on Cash App. And PayPal, Sabir Bey Radio. If not, is what it is. I don't sell dreams, G. I don't sell propaganda, and I don't sell sensationalism. That's not what I do. I need to, and that's why I labeled this video on Facebook. Listen to me again. What have the so-called, get these Pan-Africans on here, y'all. The problem is that you're 20 years ahead. Look what my brother Alberto said. I didn't say that. Alberto, and they know this, Alberto. The problem is you're 20 years ahead of everyone. That's why a lot of people can't what? Overstand you. That's my Mexican brother. We got Tunisians on here. We got my Mexican brothers on here. Come on, man. Where y'all at? Where my people at? Come on. Come on. Where they at? You think that for 1 minute these people's not? And this is why I keep telling y'all to share it out. Is there any way to get clothing made where you walk over there instead of China? Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff, bro. You ain't see all the stuff I brought back from Morocco and Tunis? You didn't see the stuff that I brought back? Oh, I got a lot. Hold on, I can show you something. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, remember what I said, y'all, okay? I changed my photo for you, okay? No, it's all good. Your photo's good, sister. Listen, Shell, listen. I'm good with all that. I'm good with that, okay? You could have kept that. But my question is, I bought argan oil back. When I was in Tunis, I brought argan oil back from Morocco. I bought jasmine is famous. Tunis, you got Tunis people on here. I bought a bunch of jasmine back from Tunis. Pure jasmine. Pure jasmine. Brother, if somebody, brother Blastmaster, I was telling people to give me their money before I went. I'm not banking like that, homie. I'm not banking like that. But I did bring some stuff back. Jasmine is famous in Tunis. Famous. So I've been telling people to give me your money. Nobody wanted to do it. They want me to spend my money on hotels and all this other stuff at the same time and get stuff. No, but I'm going to show y'all something. So I want y'all to hurry up and share this out. Please do that. So I, I bought three of these. I bought three of these back from Tunis, and I'm going to get rid of them for 125. 125. But I bought these back from Tunis. Ooh, gee, man, you don't see it says made in China, do you? It don't say made in China. So I'm gonna sell it for 125. Handmade. This is one. Just let you see. This is for females. 1 second. Okay. 125. I'm going to get rid of them. I had 3 of them. I sold one already when I got back. Not made in China. It's made in Tunis. Oh, I got a whole lot of stuff I brought back, yo. I got a lot of stuff, man. So listen, I want to know. Let me help y'all out. And my request line is open. Nice. What size? What size are they? This is so, and you got to understand that there's a difference over there the way it's sized. This is, I don't know. My Tunis sisters are. This is a 3, y'all. That's a 3. I don't know where this one is at. I'm trying to look for the China piece. I don't know. That one says 3. Okay? Let's bring my brother Reg in real quick. So, I'm asking this question. That's an XXL? Really? 3? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what have the black man or woman produced. Period. And the reason why I'm saying this, y'all, is because I had a discussion in Philadelphia with a European. I'm going to help y'all out. Who remembers, before my video cut off last time, who remembers when I told you that I was arguing, not necessarily arguing, but I was talking to this European in Philadelphia who said black people, they invented everything. Who remembers that conversation when I was talking to the European? He even tried to get my son. He even tried to get my son. What happened, Reg? Let me get my brother Reg back on here. I think Reg tried to get on here just now. I don't know what just happened, but I'm gonna take my time, y'all. Hurry up and have this out for people, because I want to know. Who remembers that conversation? And if you want to come on Instagram, push 1. Push 1 on Instagram. Check my size when you get a few ticks, brother. Royalties.com. I could do customs. If you want me to push something out, you can cut me a check. Y'all can cut me a check if you want to do that. I'll promote anything you want. You can set up a contract, whatever it is. You can pay me. I can push whatever, because I got people globally. Tunis, Turkey, Morocco, you name it, and I got all their numbers, and I'll be going back soon. Okay? So if you want me to push something, cut me a check. That's what it's called. But this is why you don't never see nothing on here, because it's called product placement. You don't see no label on this water, do you? It's called product placement. I promote what I choose to promote if you cut me a check. Oh my God. Yo, I got stuff from Turkey, Morocco, Tunis, you name it, Grenada. I just didn't put everything up. I got a lot of stuff from these places, G. And I'm supposed to be going back. I'm supposed to be leaving this month on the 23rd. But of course we're not. I'm gonna have to push it back until July, probably in July. But I have those for sale, 125 for those pieces, people. Okay, 125. It's 4:30 a.m. in England. What up, England? See my people. Look. I gotta let y'all see this, man. England in the building, up with me at 4 o'clock in the morning. So where's all these conscious people at? Come on, man. 4:30 a.m. So you let these black people in the States make up excuses on why they don't see my videos. We got people that's up in the morning. Can I tell y'all something? And I'm gonna get back to the European guy. When I was doing radio, right? When I was doing radio, do you know what my old GM told me? Who remembers when my GM told me, if you can get people to pay attention to you in the middle of the night, you good. I'm going to say this to you cats that want to do radio, but you got to have content, not bullshit. For somebody to be on this feed from England at 4:30 a.m. to sit, obviously is something that I'm saying. And family, if you want to come on here, you can get on here. So, Cody Anderson used to be my GM. I used to do 2 radio stations back to back. I used to do WURD 900 AM in Philadelphia, and I used to do WKDU in Philadelphia back to back. I would bounce to the radio stations. One was at 9 o'clock, one was at 12 to 3 o'clock in the morning. And I never forget when Cody Anderson said, if you can get the people's attention at that time frame, he said, you are damn good. And I am damn good at what I do. The problem is a lot of these conscious people, whether y'all want to believe it or not, are very jealous. That's why they don't want me to come on their shows, because I would destroy it and take over their whole show. That's just the reality. I have to give y'all the reality, G. I didn't go to school for radio. I was a guest on radio, and that's just the reality. Don't let these cats lie to you, yo. WKDU. My show was called Hip Hop After Midnight. You can go probably punch it up on YouTube. Punch in Sabir Bey. Listen, Sabir Bey, Hip Hop After Midnight on WK. Go to YouTube. You won't see no visuals. You will only see still frames. I used to kill it up at KDU, in WRD, in LA Talk Live, in RMC. Oh, I was a beast. Damn, you taking me back. Damn, you taking me back. Let me see something. Give me 1 second. This is the best way I can do this for you. Hold up. Give me 1 second. You taking me back. Give me 1 second. Damn. I'm going to tell you 1 minute. And I'm saying on this radio, what I do here is what I do in the street, is what I do at the lectures, 24/7. It's like you have to. 2009. This is just a 2009 version. But let me let you see. That says 2009. You hear this? This is actually over 10 years because I've been out here for 10 years in Cali. So this was uploaded in 2009. This is no videos in the room. No videos in the room. And if you go there and punch in WURD Sabir Bey with Dr. Sabir, you'll see all of this up here, G. Do I act like I'm boasting and bragging when these dudes be on these feeds? I don't boast and brag about none of this stuff. I am the original. I'm original, G. Don't get mad at me. So I can say what I want to say because I know what the hell is going on. Islam, thank you for sharing your wealth. Give thanks, my sister. How you feeling? So the Zoom is going to be having classes on it. I told y'all, I'm just not putting everything out right now because, people like to bite in this day and age. Cats love to steal and bite, but when you are the originator of something, none of these dudes can. And I give them opportunities to come to Instagram. I open up the floor for them on Instagram. Don't type anything on Facebook if you cannot come to Instagram. Let me say this one more time. Please don't type anything on Facebook if you don't have the heart or the balls to come to Instagram and come on my live. Because the white man owns both of them. The same person that owns Instagram owns Facebook. It's all the same. Stop letting these people lie to you that they don't want to come. And this is why they don't want Sabir Bey on their shows, because I would destroy and take over their show. And this is the reality. I'm not talking about these cats that's trying to get their 5 minutes of fame, baby. Okay? When you get a chance, could you look at some of my artwork? No doubt. Inbox me. And no, best thing to do, I'm going to tell you this. Email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. sabirbayradio@gmail.com. Sabir, I'm temp. Yo, what are you using, bruh? For some reason, the Instagram is IG camera. Turn on your IG camera, man. You got to turn your camera on, Reg. I'm trying to get used to this thing called Zoom right about now. That's why I didn't put it out yet. I'm still learning Zoom. And I'm going to monetize that because the problem is, and I'm going to keep it funky with y'all, too many of these so-called conscious people, even some of these Moors, are taking my information and actually acting like it's their information. And it's not their information. And I know they'll watch it, and I hope you have a watch party, and hopefully y'all tell them to come on my live feed. Let's go, y'all. Let's get this watch party. All y'all on Facebook right now, if you care, please share. Damn, that just rhymed. If you care, please share. Damn, I'm rhyming without even knowing it. So let's go. The question was, did black people invent anything? Did black man or woman invent anything? I'm asking. I don't need, and listen, y'all, please, if y'all share this video, please tell them to stop doing stuff after the fact. Please tell them to stop doing stuff after. Why don't they come on the live? Why don't they contact me? Please. So stop letting these people waste your time, because you can never get that back. Okay? Never. I don't buckle and I don't buck dance. This is the truth. Not the truth, the truth. Not the truth, the truth. Okay? So let's go. Let's have some fun. So this brother, this guy called me the agitator in Philadelphia, but because he couldn't get to me. His name is Mark, right? No, we didn't invent nothing. Black people didn't invent nothing. 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 Get with the program, family. It was Moors that did it. The Moors. Okay? That's who it was. The Moors who did it. See, this is the problem. Cats don't want to hear the truth. But you can come to Instagram. Come to Instagram. Real Sabir Bey. Let's chop it up. Real Sabir Bey. Come to Instagram. Because I'm going to ask you some tough questions. I told you, I play chess. Not checkers, baby. Chess. Not checkers. So, get out your feelings. Remove your feelings. And let's deal with the truth. Remove your feelings, just like they're not telling y'all these articles that I showed y'all before. The articles I showed y'all, let me help y'all out. The same way your black leaders are not telling y'all about these articles, where Spain fall to the same Moorish tribes that conquered her in 711. Oh, brother, we all not Moors, brother. Then you come prove Sabir Bey wrong. Come prove me wrong in 1938. Come prove me wrong. This is what they hide from you black folks. The Afro-American newspaper, 1937. When Langston Hughes wrote an article, it said the Moors was used as pawns. Do y'all see that? The Moors were used as pawns in 1937 Afro-American newspaper. And we know damn well damn well that we did not call ourselves black. Somebody talk to me for a minute. Did we, Brother Clyde? Think of my big brother Clyde. We were called what? Talk to me for a minute. What were we called? I don't need to teach about the Washita. That's old news to me. I want my people to get the basic fundamentals. Okay? What were we called before the so-called black? Maybe y'all can come on Instagram and educate me. Give me your scholars. Y'all can hold on to it all you want. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. And this is why people don't... Thank you, Son One, Temple Hip Hop. Let me show you what my brother Son One said. We were called Negroes. But they ran away from Negro, brother. They ran away from Negro. So let's go a little further. Let's go. Let's have some fun. I told you I do this for kicks and giggles. I freestyle off the top of the dome like KRS-One. I freestyle off the dome, G. So, prove me wrong on what I'm saying. You were not called black. Not at all. Not at all. It's called freestyle. When you're original, you freestyle off the top of the dome. You can take anything and create something. I'm like Dr. Ebo. Dr. Ebo said if you gave the ancient Africans scrap metal, they would turn it into gold. I didn't say we wasn't African, did I? Or did I say black? Which one did I say? Did I say black or did I say African? See, this is the problem with these conscious people in this conscious community. If I say I'm not black, right? Then they say, he said he's not African. Talk to me for a minute. Let's bring that back. If I said I wasn't black, then these crazy conscious people will say he said he's not African. Did you hear me say I'm not African? I need y'all to put this out here and let them know that I didn't say I was an African. I asked the question. What did they produce? And this is why black folks get upset and get in their feelings, because when white people say, oh, you're a so-called white man, say go back to Africa, niggas be, oh my God, they told us to go back to Africa. But if you were smart and you were sharp, if a European said, go back to Africa, you would tell them to go back to where they came from. But see, the problem is with you black conscious people is you don't want to say that because you're benefiting something from them. You're benefiting off of something from them, so you are afraid to say you go back to where you came from, and that's not being racist. That's reality. And then again, on top of that, I am a racist. I love my race. Don't y'all? Don't everybody? Let's talk for a minute. It's open, y'all. This is an open floor. I am a racist because I love my race. I am a dictator because I'm a father and I dictate to my children and they don't like what I say. Let me rewind that back. I'm a dictator because I have children and when I tell them don't do something, they don't like it. We all went through that. Your parents were dictators, right? And I'm a racist because I love my race and everybody on here loves their race. This is called common sense. So I asked the question, what have the black man produced or the black woman produced? Get out your feelings. Bring it. Scared to bite they scared to bite the hand that feed them, brother. But see, this is what I was saying. Why do you think I quoted Dr. Ebo just now, bruh? Why do you think I just quoted Dr. Ebo? Why? He said, if you gave the ancient Africans scrap metal, they would turn it into gold. The problem is, none of you want to be free. You want to hold on to it. But it's the black man did it. But you forgot all about the articles that came out in 1930s about who we are. And you black folks don't want to talk about Moors being used as pawns. You think this Moors is just a group of people that's running around here with red feathers on their heads. You don't want to talk about the real history. You don't want to talk about what Langston Hughes wrote in 1937 in October the 30th, 1937, about Moors being used as pawns, and we still being used as pawns today. Talk to me for a minute. This is what they are afraid of, Brother Clyde, and you know this. This is what? It's not the, I told you, excuse my Philly attitude. Read the title. Excuse my Philly attitude. Because we got it. Anybody know from Philly, we got attitudes, baby. We don't care. That's that Philly attitude. So I'm talking to the conscious people right now. What? So when you have dudes that sit here, I'm going to show y'all this guy named Mark. This is him. I want you to see who he is. His name is Mark Hortz from Philadelphia. I'm going to show y'all on Instagram too. I'm going to show you his education. I don't know if you can see that on here. Give me 1 second. I can read it for y'all on here. He was a student at Universal School of Law. The University, Temple University School of Law. There it is. I blocked out his number. Right? He went to the University, Temple University of Law. Let me explain something to y'all. Right? Our attitudes got attitude. Our attitudes do got attitudes, bro. You ain't never lie. Our attitudes got attitudes, baby. Philly attitude got attitudes. So listen, I had a discussion with this dude. And again, y'all want to come on Instagram, push 1. Brother Clyde, you got Instagram? I got to bring my big brother Clyde on here. You got Instagram, brother? Hurry up and get Instagram. Real Sabir Bey. Peace, my sister. So, this dude, he went to Temple University of Law. Temple's, if you ever paid attention, I'm going to help y'all out. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all, man. Temple University is in Philly, where I'm from. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to ask y'all something very simple. And I'm going to put these things together for y'all, and I'm going to bring it full circle back to Mark. When you're conscious and you're woke. What is the color of the fez? You got to get Instagram, Clyde. What is the color of the fez, y'all? Talk to me for a minute. Instagram is open. And watch these cats regurgitate what I said. Let's have some more watch parties, y'all. I told you I'd do this for fun. What's the color of the fez? No, it's not. What is the color? I see some more on here. What is the color of the fez? Why are we not both though? Oh, yeah. I'm going to explain these things. Because if we were truthful, we would know that black is an adjective to describe something. That was the point. My point is, damn, Charles is on it. Look at what Charles just said. Charles just said maroon. He said maroon. So listen, Brother Clyde, help me out, Brother Clyde. Where's my Philly people at? What is the color of Temple University? No, it's maroon. What's the color of Temple? And why is the Temple? And what is the Temple? Talk to me for a minute. I'm trying to bring it home to y'all to make sense. What is the color of Temple University? And where do you think they got it from? How many of y'all ever went up Temple University? It's the same colors, right? Maroon. The temple of man. Or the temple. The head. Oh, you said maroon? I didn't see that, Brother Son. My apologies, brother. But it's maroon. That's the color of Temple University. Y'all got to dig into the science, G. They don't hide it from you. They don't hide it. The Temple University is maroon. If you go up Temple, it's all Moorish architect, not black architect. It's called, look it up, it's called Moorish architect. Over in the West, they say Islamic architect. Let's go back a little further and get that again. This is why they laugh at us. They say cherry, thank you, in the white. Thank you, brother. Cherry and white. Let me show you what my brother Clyde said. Clyde, was that hard? Was that hard, brother Clyde? Nah. So this is the critical thinking part, and this is why I said why they don't want certain people on those feeds, because all this nonsense that they're talking about, wipe out. Even this is actually Turkish. Let's keep it 120. That is a Turkish flag. That's the reality. I know the nations say they turn it around, but goddamn, it's still Turkish. It's still yours. It is yours. But I understand black being an adjective. Yes. Of us, aren't we all? But more is not an adjective. That's the difference, son one. More is not an adjective. Ethiopian is not an adjective. It's a people. So we were Ethiopians and Moors before the 1500s. One more time. Black and white are, on the other hand, European words. Ethiopian and Moor were properly used to describe the so-called blacks into the 1500s. So if Ethiopian and Moors were who we were before the 1500s, then why did we go back to saying that we're black people? Wait a minute, let me help y'all out. Bear with me. I want you to, I don't know if y'all can see that. The debate over the name black or African American. See that? They had a debate. These elite black folks that y'all cheerlead, they was debating over the name black or African American. So let me help y'all out. Don't get in your feelings. Just correct me. Let's get it. The debate over the name black or African American. If black is not an ancient word, it's not. So in order to hide your history, they had to wipe you out of history. Did that make sense? Hold on, let's go back one more time. Am I making sense, y'all? Help me out if I'm not. So in order to wipe you out of history, right, they had to write you into slavery. But if you really studied the history, yes, Moors were put in slave too, but you were denationalized. That's the facts. You were denationalized. So now, when we hear of black people, and I've been in a lot of places, let's keep it 100. Listen, they don't call people black overseas. They don't call you black, and they don't call people white. Let's keep it 100. That's a fact. I don't get me your scholars on here, and let's talk about it. Get them on here, because they don't do that. The only reason why they would say black is because you got ignorant, educated black folks who's supposed to be conscious, who go to these places and say that. And this is why they let you ride with that motherfucker, because you don't know no better. You don't know no better. They study everything about you. Everything about you. Everything about you. But bring up something pertaining to the Moors. No black university is talking about the Moors. No African American museum is speaking about the Moors. Help me out if I am. If I'm wrong, help me out. Help me out. Thank you, Brother Clyde. They don't use colors over there. So when you hear black, let's keep it real, y'all. When we hear black, what do we relate it to? What do we relate black to? Let's keep it funky. Son one, you can come over to Instagram, brother. I just showed you who did it. They had a debate over that situation, over that. But nobody want to talk. I would even accept the word Negro. I'm going to keep it funky, which I would accept the word nigger. I would even accept that motherfucker. Talk to me for a minute. Son one, come over. I understand everyday lingo. Thank you, brother. You related to slavery. Automatically, you would relate it to slavery. And that's the truth. Get the hell out your feelings, G. Get out your feelings with it, man. This is the reality. This is what happens. And it's like, I don't care if somebody uses black. I don't care if you say nigga. What's up, brother? Peace.
Peace.
man, I don't even care if somebody say nigga. But it's, at least it's Latin, Negro is Spanish, black is English. So I can rock with that. But we get upset because who's creating your mental? And this is why these people know how to tap into you. They play this game because black sells. That other stuff don't sell. You know, come on, man, hip hop, truth don't sell.
My G, what I was trying to say was essentially, okay, I understand what black does sell, but at
There
the
is
same
no
time,
but.
in the scope, hold on. In the scope of time, during this time, nigga, we was black.
We're not. You listen. No, listen. But follow me, son. One. I got you. I understand where you're going because I know who you are, right? No one can change you from your descent name. Listen, brother. Chinese people have been Chinese for 300-400 years.
You're talking long.
No. Listen. Even if I'm talking, hold up. Go ahead. Finish.
Ethiopia means burnt people, right?
Who said that? Where did you get that from? Did you talk to Ethiopian that said that?
No.
Okay, so now you were taught that unless you sit with, and this is why I tell brothers, dude, I got so much to unleash on people. I did videos with a brother Mulligan from Ethiopia when I was in Vegas 3 weeks ago. But listen, you got to sit with these people, brother, and you have to understand and ask them why. Where did it come from? Who taught them? You follow me?
True indeed. Right, but peep it. Just like that. Ethiopia has a whole different thing as to what Ethiopia is.
But they're Ethiopians. It don't matter.
Right. It's the same, right, but is that not the same for black people?
No, but listen, brother. Ethiopians don't call themselves black. Listen to me. Hold up.
People call themselves black.
Listen, follow me, brother. Listen to me. If I just said to you that Chinese people are Chinese people from 300 or 400 years, right? I just said that nobody can change you from your descent name. How is it that we are the greatest people on this planet, right? That when we get over here in this time, because black is modern. That's a modern term. It's not an old word. So now listen.
Yes.
Listen. You can have somebody who's been here, right? That will say, nigga, I'm not black. I'm Ethiopian. I'm Somali. They're going to rock with that, right? They're going to keep that, and nobody's going to tell them that this is who they are. You follow me? Even if you call somebody from Jamaica, you probably so, or let's say Ethiopia somewhere, call them black, they'd be like, no, I'm not black. But you would think they're playing a racist game, and it's not that they're playing racist; it's that they know who they are. But you can't put that on because somebody put that on you. So what happens? You have to study history to find out why and where did it come. Because now when we hear that term, right?
Hold on. But that's what I'm saying about war. So at the beginning, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. At the beginning of more, we say, you know what? No. What do you say we are? No. I'm a Moor. This is what I'm becoming. It was modern to them.
No, but see, this is the thing. People think the Moorish terminology is something new. If I said to you, I can go through, brother, one of the books I tell people to pick up is called Nature Knows from Colorline. He gives you different variations from different terminologies, right? Or how this thing is set up, right? He walks you through it. And I respect J.A. Rogers because of his research, right? If you go to etymology, if you go into the old languages, if you go overseas, whatever, right? If that's who you are, if I say I'm Ethiopian, I'm still saying that's me, right? But the word black is not. That don't link you to a nation. What happens, brother, is going to link you back to slavery. And things have spells, brother. And when we say things,
I understand that too.
You follow me?
Yes.
It's casting spells. It's casting spells.
I'm not denying anything that you're saying. Yes, we were Moors. But I also believe that when there were Moors, there was a portion of people who were not Moors.
What? See, this is the thing. There you go. You keep saying that. You keep saying there was a portion that wasn't, and that's the mistake that is happening. This is the thing. I said language is the key. The key is language. So what happens, we keep saying that. If I just told you, right, if you even get J.A. Rogers' books, don't hell with his book. Go overseas and start talking to these people and say, for instance, if I was over there and I would say Zegway, majority of y'all probably know what the hell, don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? If I said Zegway, you'd be like, nigga, what are you saying? I would say I'm Zegway. You'd be like, nigga, what are you talking about? If I say today, let's say Senegalese, the Wolof. If y'all know the Wolof, they're Senegal, right? They're still Moors, right? So you got to understand the difference between a colonized name and actually the ancient names. The colonized names, because all those places I just mentioned are not the original names. They're not the original. They've all been colonized by the French. And when you study the history of the French and what was going down, brother, it was crazy.
I understand, my G, that's what I'm saying. I understand all that they did.
But you don't let nobody change you, is what I'm saying. It don't matter. You don't let a person change you.
Yeah, but
ain't no buts in it.
It's totally different once it actually, when it's who you are.
Brother, listen. Again, let me see if I can make this plain.
And I'm not saying that, my G, or you have to, please get clear in your mind, my nigga. I know we were
I'm clear. But you don't listen. My point is I'm running home is that because someone said that, you don't, if I called you a bitch, are you going to become a bitch? Are you going to respond to the bitch? So listen, listen. Ain't no, you keep saying the buts. When you know what a butt is?
Hold on. Because bitch can change.
Brother.
My G, everybody in the year 3000 may want to be bitches.
Well, that's on them. But I'm going to tell you this. Me personally.
And that's what I'm saying.
My point. There is vibrations in everything, brother. This is why they say stuff called spells and casting spells. What happens?
We should never call each other nigga.
Yeah, but no, because you don't know what that is. And this is the problem, that we don't know what that is. We think it's something negative, but we don't know that goes back to Ethiopia.
But again, that's the same shit.
But who's teaching it?
My G, in the year 5022, okay, they're going to look back and say the same thing about black.
Okay, so listen. If we teach, we have to teach this, because these are the things that has been hidden. And this is why I pulled up those articles and said, brother, why don't we talk about this? How do you let somebody change you from you? Go to any other group of people, straight up, that's been whatever for decades, right? Ancient centuries, right? And tell them that they not who they be like, nigga, you crazy? What the hell you talking about? I'm not that. So how do we, listen, let's use common sense and logic. How did we allow a person to change us from all these terminologies, right? We was African Americans, blacks, coloreds. How the hell did we let a European do this to us? They paid off Negroes. If there is no money in telling the truth. This is the reality. There is no money. So when I was arguing with that European and he tried to get at me and he kept saying, you black people think you invented everything. So I told him, where you see black people at? That's what I said to him, right? I said, show me what you invented and I'll shoot myself in the head again. And I already got shot in the head, right? And I said, I'll shoot myself in the head. He looked at the stoplight. He said, I said, no, brother, that comes out of Ethiopia, red, yellow, and green. That's Ethiopian colors. This nigga got mad, right? He goes on. He says, well, he looked at my clothes up and down to see what I was, he was looking at me. Then he said, I said, no, dude, I don't wear nothing that's European. I said, the sneakers that I had on, I said, it was Adidas or Pumas. And I broke down Adidas and Pumas. I said, Adidas come from Adisi Baba, which means new flower, out of Ethiopia. And I said, we are the Ethiopians, right? Because he used to always say that Farrakhan is anti-Semitic. This is what he would say. He said, Farrakhan is anti-Semitic. I said, no, he's not. I said, I'm the Semite. And the minister's a Semite. How the hell could he be a Semite? Go look up the word Semitic people and you're going to see Ethiopia in there. So how many of these black people run around here talking about somebody being anti-Semitic? So if I'm Semitic, right? And if I'm Semitic, then the minister's Semitic. So what they have done is made it into a religion. And you know, if you look up the definition of the word Semitic, I don't care which way you flip it. You can go online, look it up, and it's going to lead you right back to Ethiopians, Arab. It's going to lead you into, what else? Many different. It ain't got to do with them Ashkenazis. So at this time, he's getting mad at me, right? Because he's trying to now get under my skin. So he said, I said Adidas come from Adisi Baba, and Pumas come from the line of Judah, which is the Puma lion. And I broke down the history of the brothers from Germany, and I said they come from Germany. Do your research on it. Them two come from Germany. They took the history of the Ethiopians, which I said we were Ethiopians and Moors. So I am that. So what happened, he was getting mad and said, why Farrakhan, he called him Farrakhan, why does Farrakhan have an Italian suit on? I said, no, because we are the original Sicilians. And he was really pissed. He's now turning pink. Now, mind you, he's turning pink. Listen, he's not a young dude. He's born in 51. He went to Temple University of Law. He was a law attorney, right? He's getting mad at me because he's trying to figure me out. And this is what they do. They try to figure you out and see where you're at. I don't get mad, G. So what happened, he was getting mad at me. So he kept saying, well, why does Farrakhan have an Italian suit on? I said, no, brother. I said, the Moors created the silk and the linen. And soon as you mentioned Moors, the motherfuckers go crazy. I said, the Moors created the silk and the linen. I was in the linen houses in Morocco. We created the silk. And I said, what the Italians did is took the silk and the linen and put their name on it like they put the name on the Negroes. And he got mad as hell. I said, the same way they stamped Negroes, they stamped the clothes, and you're going to sit up here and talk about he anti-Semitic. I said, you ain't talking to a black man, G. You're talking to a scientist. My ancestors were scientists. That's what they were. They knew exactly what it was. And what the European does, brother, is that he will test you to see how much you know. He's going to see how far you're going to go. He want to see if you believe what you really talking about. And that's why they be like, if you talking about me, this is what they do. Shh, I don't know.
True indeed.
I don't want to talk to that nigga.
But that's what I'm saying. But what about the Muslim, my G?
Who?
The Muslim dude that says, nah, my G, we're all Muslim. We're not more.
Listen, let me explain this, and I did a video on this. Muslim means one who submits to do the will of the Creator. That's right? You could be a Christian, Seventh-day Adventist, you could be apostolic, whatever you say you are a Muslim. So we all in the religion, right, submit our will to do the will of the Creator, right? That's kind of, okay, so let's go back. Islam only means peace. So now I'm at peace. So brother, what did we say? Salam, brother. Shalom, brother. Hotep, brother. Peace, brother. So we all saying the same thing. So what, again, you have to study the history on how they twisted everything around to bring it.
But to me, how is that twisted, by G?
I'm talking about European. No. What I'm saying
on the person of what I want you to explain, or really, yes, what I want you to explain is how does the Muslim who says no, I'm not born, I'm Muslim.
Okay, you want me to explain that one? Well, listen to me again. If I just told you, you can be that, right? But everybody on this planet have a nationality, right? You could be Hindu, Indian, and practice Hinduism. You could be Chinese and be a Muslim. You got Muslim Chinese, right? So see how that works? So now, some people could say, I'm straight Muslim. Me personally, I say my religion is life. Your creed is different than your nationality or ethnicity. Your creed is different.
Some people don't feel that way.
Okay, but listen, brother, that's on them. Listen, but then your religion is black then.
Yes, some people.
Okay, then listen, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. I don't care. But they don't, hold up. But they don't, no, listen. The reason why I'm saying this, brother, because they don't say that their religion is black. They say I'm Muslim, Christian, whatever. Stop that. That's what they say. I'm Muslim, Christian, whatever, right? So, no, that's what they, listen, they say I'm black, but I'm Christian, and I'm a Muslim, right? That's what they say. Let's be realistic. They do say that. Okay, so, when I said, if I tell you, right, that my religion is life, you think I'm crazy. If I sit back and tell you I practice, come on, I said if I tell you I practice Buddhism, right? You know, I practice Buddhism. I go to an Ethiopian Tewahedo church, that's Christian, right? You think I'm confused, right? If I tell you, if I go to a mosque, you say, this nigga confused. Sabir's running around here with a yarmulke on his head and a swastika on his neck, and I don't know what it is, like, because all of it's mine. You follow me? That's the creed part. But wait a minute, that's the creed part. But I'm sure the indoctrination is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I know
that's what I'm talking about.
I know that. Trust me.
That's what I'm talking about.
No. I understand that's what you're talking about. That's what, to me, what I'm trying to show you is where the disconnect is if anything, those are the people who can't understand it.
Brother, hold up. And so, you know, and I know this. And you know, and I know this, right? So I'm saying because you have people on social media, right? You see them. They will argue about their temples, their churches, their mosques. This is them, right? But when you teach them that it's all one, Tawahido means one. Tawheed means one. In Ethiopia, Tawahido. In Islam, we say Tawheed. It's the same. But again, who's creating the division? You follow me? That's who we need to look at. Everything has, listen, everything has a cause, effects, and a solution.
Black is one.
But that's what I'm saying. But
Black means one too.
No, it don't. Because everybody's not that. You have darker people. Listen.
People have passed away.
Listen.
Recently, and their whole reality was based on
because you know why? That was taught to them. Listen, I did this earlier, right? I said earlier, the first language on this planet, the first spoken, was called Suba. Suba. The Suba language is called Gaga Gugu Uu. It's like a baby talk. Gaga. Babies talk to each other. Gaga. Gugu Uu. They were numbers. That was the first language. Until we start speaking now. When you hear babies talk, the babies are speaking to each other. We don't understand it because we lost it. The first language was numbers. Gaga. Gugu Uu. Like an 8 or whatever. Uu. You hear that? That's what babies do, right? We lost all of that because we have been indoctrinated and been raised by who? By our parents to be speaking and doing a certain thing. Brother, it's
I agree with that.
this is why I said again, if you even look up, do I have it? The word black, how it's even spelt in ancient times. Not even ancient. It's spelled B-L-A-E-C. B-L-A-E-C. Go look it up. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it for you. And if you even go, and the white man didn't create this language. Etymology is the origins of words. Etymology or etymon is the origin of words. It has nothing to do with the white man. But if you look up the word black, it's going to tell you what it's spelled like. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show it to you. This is why in these Ivy League schools, they're so far ahead in what they're doing. Because we're not. And we don't want to. Watch this. This is the, right? B-L-A-C, B-L-A-C, black. And then you have, right? Swarthy, dark, Middle English, B-L-A-K. This means Middle English, right? But when you go down a little further, it says spelt blackamoor. So the adjective was describing the more. This is not new. They understand all this. They better pick up some books by J.A. Rogers and dig into those books, baby, because the information is there. The thing is that, brother, we have to know how to dissect these things. And people always get upset and get in their feelings because the problem is you don't want to study this. We wait for some boogeyman to come out the sky. You follow me? We want somebody to come tell us this.
But hold on, because now that the nigga knows that, now what?
I don't, dude. You know me, brother. I'm a teacher. You know, whatever you do with it, whatever you eat, don't make me do, G. You follow me? So I'm only the messenger. I'm the commentator. I'm just here. I'm the commentator to bring you to make you think. And this is why I recently started my videos always with questions. Why? Because the questions will make you question everything. Wait a minute. That makes sense. I'm not telling you anything. I want you to think. Because they said if they can get you to think for yourself, even though Bourgeois said that, if I can get you to think for yourself, you can free yourself. And that's why critical thinking plays a big part. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is a mug, G. When you start critically thinking, and this is why the philosophers also in ancient times were threats. Because philosophers like Averroes and them, they were free thinkers. Philosophers has always been threats to religion. So what happens, you are a threat when you can get an individual to think for themselves and start questioning people. Niggas don't want to question nobody because, again, there's one of the books I read, it said, How to Run a Country. And it talks about why people submit to certain things because they want something from them. You follow me? They want something. That's how this works. So you're not gonna say the stuff that I'm saying. And I've never stopped doing what I've been doing. I've been saying this. And I see it all the time. That's why the brother called me today. He said, yo, Sabir, you should do this joint and monetize it, brother, because you got some stuff, brother, that's crazy. I hear that all the time, brother. I hear it. You know that.
You have the knowledge.
You know that.
but my point, so what do we do now?
Apply it. Listen, the thing, brother, and I know what. See, people don't know Son One. Oh shoot. Damn, it cut off on Instagram. I tell you, this Instagram is crazy, yo. I need my brother Son One to come back on here. I need someone to get back. That was getting heavy, D. I love that dialogue with him. Yo, I love this conversation with Son One. I've been good, family. Yo, no, it's funny, Son One, because it's an hour, right? And they cut you off, right? It cut you off. So that's why it happened. So repeat that question again.
What do we do?
Okay.
So what do we do? So, okay. We were Moors, put down the black. What do we do?
Okay, so the job is to, Noble Drew Ali said this, is to uplift fallen humanity. That's what he said, right? So our job is to uplift the human family. There is no Negro, black, and colored people. So our job is that, listen, once you take this from, and it may not happen, I'm going to keep it real with you, it may not happen in our lifetime, but we can spearhead it, we can start it. It's not about me today. You follow me? It's not about me. It's about my children's and my children's children. It's not about me. Because the reality is, G, honestly, we damaged, bruh. I'm going to keep it funky with you. Let's keep it real. We are damaged people, bruh, because we have, it's like you have somebody, what's her name? Erykah Badu, called Bag Lady. We got bags, brother. We got bags that we don't want to let go. You follow me? So it's not about me. You know what I mean? It's for my children's children. So I'm starting.
Okay, but what are they supposed to do then?
Again, if they would take the lessons, brother, that what we're teaching today, the laws, the history, the human rights violations.
Okay.
When I was on Malta, right? The island of Malta, right? I don't know how many of y'all familiar with this island, but it was called the island of Malta. I'm sitting there and they telling me that if a cop hits you on that island, they go to jail. But if I come back to the States and then I'm talking to people and they telling me, dude, why they over there talking about civil rights in the States? Shouldn't we be smart enough to know that the civil rights and human rights is two different things? Why am I over in another country and they telling me if a cop does this, they get locked up? Not know we're gonna investigate this motherfucker because it's a human rights violation. So what black people don't understand is that you have a granted privilege and you're basically property under this government. That's what it is. And we don't have real men and real women to stand up to this, brother. And they say, well, brother, first day they say, oh, brothers like that, they cut down, they nigga. You can't kill something that's ready, kill somebody that's ready to die, dude. You got to be prepared for that. Right. Not saying I want to do it, but, but I'm just saying, not saying I want to do that, motherfucker, but we got to teach them. We have to teach the youth. And that's why even in one of Mortal Technique's songs, he said, Killer Mike said it in one of his songs with their song Civil War. He said, we got to make the truth, we got to make the youth see where the truth be. In that track with Chuck D, Mortal Technique, Killer Mike, and Brother Ali, the song is called Civil War. And as it hit me, I said, damn. He said, we got to make the youth see where the truth be. So what was he trying to tell you? We got to go to the youth because they're the ones that's going to make the change. And guess what happened?
Right, but my thing is, as much as they were saying that about us.
There you go. So what do? We got comfortable, nigga. And I said, nigga, we got comfortable, nigga. Listen, we got jobs. They gave us privileges. Right. Come on, let's be real. Listen.
But this is what I'm saying. This is the cycle that keeps repeating.
But you have to break the cycle.
To the youth.
But you have to listen. You have to break the cycle. In my family, it's 9 of us. Do you know that I was the only one? First of all, I was the only one that was a vegetarian, 9 of us in my family. I broke the cycle of eating habits since I was 17. Do you know that I was the only one in my family at 17, 18 years old went into Islam? Do you know that now my nieces are Muslim? My great nieces are Muslims. Listen, I was the first person. You know what my sister told me when my mom passed away? My sister, my older sister, she older than me, about 15 years. She never covered up, right? Do you know what she told me when my mom passed away and I called her a hypocrite? She got mad at me. She said, oh, I didn't want to disrespect mommy by being covered up like that. I said, nigga, what? Like, this is exactly what she said to me when my mom passed. So, again, you have to break that cycle.
Yes,
You do. You do. So
yes,
now,
yes.
my children.
But you just said we have gags.
But again, yes, that's why you go to the young. Do you know my son told me the other day? He said he was raised but a vegetarian, right? And he asked me something, get him something to eat, and I was like, he said, Dad, could you get me a steak? I said, nigga. Straight up, this was my attitude. I said, nigga, you want me to send you money for a steak? Nigga. This is what he said. He said, but Dad, I don't eat it like that. You know, I'm trying to get back into being a vegetarian. This is what he told me. But he's young, you follow me? But he's going to get it because of the guidance of me. So he's breaking the cycle. My daughter won't be eating meat. My daughter won't be eating certain things. So again, it's not about you. It's about your children. Are you going to break it? I had to break the cycle. Come on, bro. I grew up a Catholic,
but
bro.
No. I just feel like, people like us have always been around. And just like you broke the cycle, breaking the cycle happens the other way around. So.
Yeah, that can happen. But again, it's by example. I'm not perfect by far, brother. I'm not perfect by far. But one thing I can tell you, that I don't do certain things, nor do I destroy my temple. And that's the reality. So what I'm saying is by example. That's what I'm talking about.
I like this. Mikey, saying that they need to learn the law.
That's true. We do need to know the law, right?
Education.
We do need to know the law. Don't they say? Don't they say? Hold on. What's the saying? Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Don't they say that?
Of course.
Okay, so if nobody's teaching you the law, whose fault is it?
Yours.
No, it's not. It's their fault. It ain't my fault. I ain't getting $100,000, my G. Get the hell out of here.
No. Okay.
It's the people who are saying it.
No, now I understand what
you follow me? It's the people. How can you see the craziness? If I'm sitting here with all these law books, right? If I'm sitting here with law books on top of law books, right? I'm constantly teaching it. So if the person who is saying to you, ignorance of the law is no excuse, then you should be teaching the law, right? The ones who said it.
If they have the qualifications,
okay,
yes.
Well, hold up. Let's go back.
If they have the knowledge, yes.
Okay, then now you're glad you changed it. So let me say the different.
Well, no, that's what it is.
You say, hold up. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Malcolm X said there's a difference between being qualified and competent.
Yes.
Qualified is mean that you're limited. Competent means that you go beyond. So there's a difference between that. Okay, no, listen. Qualification comes in. Listen. Qualification comes in dealing with schooling. You're limited. That means that you ain't going to go beyond certain things because you are limited by something. Competent means that you will step beyond that because you're seeking the knowledge. You want to know.
But you still have to do the act of.
That's true. But listen, but I'm only saying to you the difference between those two. If I'm competent and I want you to be competent of what is going on. So when I said the qualification is really that you're limited to doing it because you can't go beyond certain things because they told you not to go beyond certain things. Let's be realistic. And this is why they give you these things. People say, well, they give you a license for to make sure you're doing it right. I say, well, wait a minute. Did Jesus have a license to preach the gospel? Help me out. Did he? Did Jesus?
No, but he felt like he had the qualifications.
No, he was competent. Listen, he was competent. He was given to by the Creator, brother. Everything is. But, okay, so listen to me again.
The Creator, he says, I am qualified. That's his whole qualification.
He was competent by the Creator. We look at the West or the Europeans or their schools to get that validation. We look at them as God. Let's be real.
Yes.
So,
right, but
so.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They took over the validation job.
How?
We should have never let that go.
No, but listen.
If we had the validation job at one time, And if we were the ones giving the qualifications out and we let that go, that's where we fucked
Listen,
up.
no, let me tell you why. I just told you. The cheapest thing you can buy is a nigga in a stick of gum. That's the reality. So listen, this is real, dude. Come on. Listen, there's a quote by a guy was centuries ago. He said, "Be not like the bird that sees the seed, be the one that sees the trap." He said, hold on, let me quote it right. Be not the bird that sees the seed, but the trap. Be not the bird that sees the seed, but not the trap. So what we do is that we don't see the trap. That's what I'm talking about. The traps are all around us, but we don't see the. Listen, bro. I'm gonna use me for example. I was in Washington D.C. one time, right? And I was with a sister. Actually, we used to date her in L.A. She got mad at me because I was in one of these places, and the sister tried to give me alcohol, right? I'm gonna just show you how simple this is, right? She tried to give me alcohol one day, and my now ex told me. She said, "You know what?" She said she got mad at me. She said, "Why the hell would you let her give you alcohol?" Like, I didn't take it. You know, I was just trying to be cool, cordial. We don't want to be cordial because we want to be with the in crowd, right? This was years ago. And she said, you don't drink. So if they do stuff slick, but you would never peep it. Yo, you want that girl? Not a problem, G. And then you wind up later on realizing that it was a trap. So what they do, they don't have to bluntly do it to you. So when you want to speak out on something, they have something on you 5 to 10 years later. You follow me? So now what happens? You ain't gonna talk about it because you know what, you was playing with little boys, and you know what I mean. So you ain't gonna talk about it. See, I'm just showing you the traps. So if you took that money and you tried to play, they said, "Nigga, didn't we give you that money? Don't you play yourself." These are the traps, is what I'm saying. So that's what I'm talking about. We have to see the traps and not get caught up in the traps and have the discipline. And this is what Averos was talking about the discipline. It's hard, brother, to have this discipline. Because if you know that you don't eat a certain thing or you don't drink a certain thing, you shouldn't be around it. So me now, I don't put myself in those circles. You follow me? I don't put myself in those circles to be tempted.
But hold on now. Because I can exist anywhere. It don't matter what's happening.
That's true. No, it happens. Come on, man. We be around to teach you all the time. Do you see the video? Did you see the video when I was with Tommy Davidson? Did you ever? Y'all only saw the part when Tommy was talking about the girl, right?
Yes.
What I'm saying to you, when I was in the room, this is what, it was more than one in the room at the time. The girl said, and they always say this, well, what do he do? Because they don't know what I do, right? Come on, I'm not a rapper. You know what I mean? They be like, what do he do? So from Eddie Griffin, Tommy, DL, all of them, this is the question. Well, what do he do? And I'm like, damn, but they trying to figure out what I do. You follow me? Because I'm not the one that's sitting there smoking, and I'm not doing all that, right? So they trying to figure out, well, what did he do? Why is he here? You see what I'm saying? Because I'm the one now they saying, focusing on, trying to figure out what is it that he likes. Because what happens, what these women do in these rooms, and it's so funny, I'm giving you real life stories, right?
Yeah, I know what it is.
And I love how KRS-One rolled, right? How he is. He always has his wife with him, Simone, right?
That's right.
We was in Virginia one day. Lord be my witness, bro. I was on a comedy get down tour, right? And they didn't know that I was with Eddie Griffin and them, right? I was in Eddie Griffin. I'm behind with 3 grown-ass women. These women is not in their 20s, brother. They was in their 40s. No lie. So I'm coming up the escalator in Virginia. And they asked, this is no lie, it was Eddie Griffin, George Lopez, DL, Charlie Murphy, and Cedric, right? Yep. This is what they said. They said, and I'm gonna tell you one about R. Kelly too. I'm gonna tell you stories, bro. I'm just showing you the traps. So what happened? And this is again, we not knowing who we are. So that celebrity thing can get you caught up. So I'm listening to these women on the elevator talking about who is going to get who they going to sleep with, right? This is the game plan. Eddie Griffin is a funny dude. Like, he don't even play that. Like, nobody's in his room. Nobody goes in his room. I'm the only one that's sitting in there with his security. Nobody goes in Eddie Griffin's room. Everybody's in everybody's room. So this is the game plan. So it's the same thing with R. Kelly. It was the same thing. I had a conversation with R. Kelly in Philadelphia at the Philadelphia Sports Club. We sitting at the table. He's telling me grown women take their married ring off and meet him in a hotel room. Come on, the trap. This is why I kept saying, be not like the bird who sees the seed, but the trap. He didn't see the trap. So now what happens? Later on, they got him. Because what they do is they set you up to blind you. So what do you want? And if you talk like I'm talking, they got something on me. That's the reality. So I can't talk about it, because if I'm lying about anything on these feeds, if I'm gay, beat women, call women bitches, then come on here. They notice they never did it. And I've been saying it for years. You can. You can make up some stuff about me. But if you want to confront me and tell me I do, then do it. You follow me? That's what I mean by riding with the clean slate. That's what I mean. Get off of R. Kelly, because I could care less. I'm just talking about R. Kelly. I'm just saying. I'm just using the stories. I'm reading Facebook, bro. But if I'm sitting here and sharing with you how I deal with these Europeans and how I dealt with these people in this industry, I've been in this radio game for a long time. I can tell you how they came to me, how they tried to offer me money. What do you want, brother? You want the nice car? You want the girl? Nigga, I never had a problem getting women. I've been getting them since I was 14 years old. Might have been 13. One of them ages. I know I was young. So I never had a problem with them. You follow me? So I'm not, hung up on that. So you can't dangle that in front of me to make me say, yo. You follow me? It's that's what I mean, brother. And it's like we have to break the cycle. We have to, and it's really discipline, brother, because the spiritual mind, your spiritual mind is your lowest self. When you can control that hunger and the sex drive, that's your spiritual mind. If you can control them, we can't control them. Think about it. And I only have 3 children, brother. Most people got 100 kids by different women. Think about it. But they're mine. But what happens, and it took all my children to split apart too. They like, they're not even close with each other. You follow me? But my point is, brother, it's not about us today. It's about the future generation. That's who it's about. So they the ones that we have to impart the law to and the history to.
Yes, indeed.
You follow me? That's our job. We gotta impart that on them, bro, because we lost. We done. And somebody said, how do you teach the youth? You know, it's somebody. I'm reading Facebook, bro. You gotta excuse me. Somebody said, how do you teach the young? When I went into, this is the funniest thing, son. I went to Philadelphia, and I had a conversation with Karis one time about this too, before I did it. And he said, well, you know hip hop. That's what Karis One said, right? So what did I do? I get inside it's on YouTube. It's called Business Tech. Business Tech High School in Philadelphia. You punch in Sabir Bey, speaks at Business Tech High School in Philly. I come in there with Karis One's song. I opened up with that song because it was a Spanish sister that brought me in. Yeah. She brought me in the classroom to talk to the students. And they called me their teacher. The whole time I'm in, they said, yo, you're our teacher. You know, they did looking at the teacher like she's crazy. So I played Karis One's song. It was it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube when I went to the school. It's called, he said, you don't want to eat something that make your tummy hurt. You probably know which one it is. Oh my God. It's one of the songs that Chris says it. And he speaks about your stomach. You don't want your stomach to hurt. But basically what he was saying about being pregnant. That's what he was basically saying about being pregnant. So I was
probably love's gonna get you.
No, it wasn't love gonna get you. I'd have said that. When it wasn't that, dude. When I get it, I'm gonna send it. You know exactly the song that I'm talking about. So I played this on the song. So the students, right? They were so floored. I remember Griff saying to me, and Griff may not even remember this. He asked me, "How the hell did you get into that high school and do that?" This is what he said to me. I said, "I use hip hop." So what I was doing, I led from the hip hop into the history. You follow me? I was talking about the origins of hip hop. I was talking about the 5th element of hip hop, which was given to me, was the 5th element. I was given that element. So I'm explaining to them the 5th element was knowledge. And then I said Karis One added 4 more elements on to the elements of hip hop. So now they in it. You know what I mean? Now I got their attention. So now they on it. They saying, yo, this is crazy. They would come back, like, no lie. They were saying, I would come back to the school. They would literally show me notes from their parents, G. From their parents saying, yo, who is this dude? Where did he go at? That's how we got to get them. So we got to know how to speak with them. The problem is we speak at them instead of with them. I'm from the street, so I can relate. No, what's up? Let's talk about it for a minute. You know? Yeah. Niggas, when niggas get shot, they don't get back up. This is me. I was shot 5 times. I'm lucky. I got bullets in my head. I got bullets in my chest. Everybody gets shot, don't get back up. So don't believe the hype that you see on TV. You follow me? So we had the conversation. So what I was doing, and at the time, they were probably 17. They probably 25 by now. 24, 25 by now. Right? And if I go home, they still see me and they say, yo, you are a teacher. To this day, if I go back to Philadelphia, they will say the exact same thing. So,
right, because you up here teaching.
But that's what I'm saying. But come on, let's be real. Because like what did Karis want? Teachers teach and do the world good. Kings just rule and most you never understood.
That's right.
That's the total difference. Because these cats in these schools are not teaching, brother. They're not teachers. They're babysitters.
The wrong people are everybody.
Yes.
Like, politicians ain't supposed to be politicians. Police ain't supposed to be police.
No.
This ain't supposed to be teaching. Fucking, you can go down the line.
No, they're not. And this is why it's crazy, because we have to, you know, and I always take, and I say this to people, and I always give Chris credit because I know where he's going at with it. And sometimes people say, well, Chris said we were black, but Chris also talk about us being Moors. You follow me? But I also know where Chris is going at with it. You follow me? I know where his head is at with certain things, but I know who he has to speak to. So if I'm speaking to a person, let's say generally like, okay, yeah, I'll say black. You know what I mean? Or I'm in the street in my hood, I would say, what's up, my nigga? You know what I mean? I may talk like that. But on a platform, I'm going to say, okay, this is who we are. As teachers, that's how we supposed to teach. Like my sister Karen said, she said something about me cursing. I said, yeah, I do. She know I curse up a storm. But how many curse words you ever hear me say on Facebook and YouTube? I don't. You follow me? I curse up a storm. I say mother effer like a crazy. You follow me? Like I'm realist. I'm a realist.
Like, oh, person.
Hey, I'm a real dude. I'm not gonna fake the funk, you know. But when Chris would say things, I'm like, yo, listen to what he's saying, or when he says something in a song, I have to take that song now and dissect it for the common people because people don't understand what KRS-One is saying. One of his songs, he said slavery's coming back, and a lot of us is going to go along with it. What did he mean by that? We're going along because it's the same thing when Hitler, the Jews walked into the oven. Free Willy, we walked into it free willy-nilly. So somebody got to be here and say, yo, dude, that's not cool. This is the deal right here. Let's lock these cops up for human rights violations, not civil rights violations. Human rights violations. And you got all these black educated people on social media talking about, and on the news talking about, yeah, brother, you know, they're violating our civil rights. Nigga, they shot somebody 100 times, G. That's not no civil rights. Civil rights is for discrimination, my G. Let's think about it. I'm not the one that will go to Harvard and Yale. If anybody study civil rights, that is a discrimination. We all discriminate. You do and I do. No, I ain't gonna wear those shoes. No, I don't like that girl. That's called discrimination. You follow me? But if you kill a person, it is no longer a civil rights. It's called a human rights violation. And the only way they can deal with that, you have to study the Dred Scott case. That's why they said the Negro were always property. So they took you from being who you are, because they know who you are, down to articles of property. And that's what the Dred Scott case was based on. And that's why it said those Africans that was imported into this country and sold as slaves could not be citizens, rather emancipated or not, and remain without rights or privileges only which the government might grant them. So if they grant you something, they can take it from you. That's what's going on. And it's a privilege. That's how this is, brother. But nobody wants to have this hardcore conversation. Because what happens, it's going to take money out. And some of these conscious people, I know I'm in their pockets, brother. I know I'm in their pockets because I'm telling you this straight up. And you know me for a long time. You know this. This is nothing new. And that's why they don't want to have this conversation. You know you misleading people, G. You know it. Let's keep it real. Oh, you can email me. Let me show them the case real quick, someone. I got to pull the case out. But you can go to my website, thesabirbey.com, and you can download it. Thesabirbey.com.
I got a copy of the case.
You got a copy?
Yeah, you know what? My library is extensive. I got some shit. Trust me. And off of you. Like,
You did?
straight up and down.
Really?
From the books that you show and share, I'm on Amazon. Trust your boy. Don't play me. You try to play me.
I'm not trying to play you, bro. Why would I try to? Why would I try to do that?
Well, you can go to my website.
Here it is, right here. This is the whole case.
Yeah.
It's kind of beat up. It's a lot of pages to
Actually,
this.
I got it from Taj.
This is how much it is. This is a lot in this motherfucker. And if you ask me anything about this joint, I can go through this whole case and explain it. I just quoted one part. It said the descendant of Africans that was imported into the country and sold as slaves could not be citizens, rather emancipated or not. And it also says that why are the Africans born in this country not permitted to share in one of the highest duties of citizens? And it said obvious because he does not play any part of sovereignty. So sovereignty was the key. And sovereign people is the political body. Sovereignty is the political body consisting of the entire number of citizens and qualified electors who in their collective capacity possesses the power of sovereignty and exercise them through their chosen representatives. That's the law for sovereign people, not sovereign citizens. So the Dred Scott case told you they play no part of sovereignty. So you don't have no rights. And that's what the purpose of me saying about the word black. That's why. Because when you hear the word black, you have no rights except what we give you. That is the key.
Right. But and that's what I'm saying is that, mind you, that's all understand.
But that's the point.
To me, who doesn't understand that?
A lot. Let's be real. Let's be real, someone.
That they're like, yo, okay, my nigga, I'm black.
But then this is the thing.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. To me, to teach it, if there's a plan, like, we need the plan case.
Brother.
Like, really, I think or as many people know this knowledge, and they're teaching this knowledge to their kids, it's like, yo, then why can't we execute that with as being human beings in 2020?
The thing is that, brother, we have, again, you know, and I know the answer to this, right? You have too many sellouts. I'm gonna keep it funky with you.
Yeah.
I was talking to Rodney Perry, the comedian, yesterday. He was on my feed, and I told him about Tommy Davidson and certain stuff I could hear them say on the stage, like DL and them, where our conversations come out of them. He said, what I do is I'm a comic, and I use this stuff on the stage. Like, I was asked one time to actually write for a comic. Bruh, man, big dude from My Wife and Kids. He asked me to write some stuff down for him, right? So I could be a writer for them. But he asked me this about 3 or 4 years ago. He said, yo, man, can you get me some, he said, could you get me some bits on it, right? So I can use, because they use, little bits that people may say. So Rodney calls him, he was on my Instagram yesterday, and he was like, yo, I'm a comic, and I'll be trying to put this on the stage, right? I said, sure. So what happens, we have to use the comics, we have to use the hip-hop artists, you follow me? We got to use all these people. Jay-Z said it in one of his songs. Let me tell you what he said. Remember Diamonds Are Forever? Remember that song?
Yeah.
Listen to what he said in the song, and it went over people's heads. He said, how could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar, had to get off the boat to walk on water? That went over niggas' heads. They didn't get it until somebody take it and dissected what he said. I'm going to repeat this again. He said, how could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar, had to get off the boat to walk on water? So what he was saying is that how could you falter when you are the rock and you're supposed to stand upon the rock? The Rock of Gibraltar is the Rock of Tariq, the Moor that crossed over from Spain into, from Morocco into Spain and vice versa. That is the Rock of Gibraltar, the Rock of Tariq, which is now called the Prudential sign outside people's houses. Go look at the Prudential sign and then go look at the Rock of Gibraltar and you'll see the comparison.
Okay.
So only a person that is conscious can catch that. So what he was trying to tell you is that how could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar? So they tell you what, when I was growing up, G, we would say, yo, don't let nobody knock you off your square. Remember that? Don't let nobody knock you off your square. That's your rock. Stand upon the rock, G. What's up? How could you falter when you're the rock? Stand on that square, that 45-degree angle. Don't let nobody knock you off that square, G. And that's what happens with our people. We knocked off. And that's the actuality is that we've been knocked in our head and knocked unconscious in the North Gate. And the North Gate is the top of the head. And that's why they say Hiram Abiff. You've been hit in your head and knocked unconscious. You follow me? And now you dug in the shadow grave. That's what they were saying. So now you have to rise up from a dead level to an upright perpendicular straight up on the square. So we can be raised up. But Hiram need help to be raised up from the dead level. And some of us don't even realize that we are the walking dead. We don't realize it, brother. These movies is not out here just to be out here, brother. They talking about the walking dead. No, you the walking dead. Negro cebato means black shoe. You referring to it as an inanimate object. This is what is happening to us, man. We went around talking about blame people. No, blame these people that's on these social medias, G, that's talking crazy. We are the ones that need the help. So when you look at people, and I analyze everything, it is crazy. This is the lion's claw. If you look at even on that album cover with Buckshot and KRS-One, they gave the lion's claw because you can't slip doing this. You can slip doing this. Give them the lion's claw and raise them up from that dead level. They're not in a dark, in a ditch, a deep 6 foot. You in a shadow grave. And that's all you got to do is look at our people and see that they're mentally dead.
Oh, yeah.
Black, and this is, and I don't get into the whole Morris be like, oh, brother, in the court of law, black means deaf in the court of law. No, black is deaf. There's 7 spectrums of color, brother. 7 spectrums. And black is not one. And this is what they'll say. Well, brother, it encompasses all of it. 7 spectrums, brother, and indigo is one. I can say I am the indigo child. I am that. I am indigo. You follow me?
But see, I don't know about, see, what I feel might be wrong or the real turn off, I said the one to them, is that you're calling the one thing that they take pride in.
There's no, listen, bruh. But you can't, okay, if you take pride in that, you can't get mad at gay people because they take pride in their gayness. You can't get mad at the gay person. But how many black, but listen though, how many, listen, but reality, right? So how many, listen, listen, I can tell you this, at least they got a flag.
Unified.
Yo, listen, listen, at least they got a flag, but this is my thing, automatically, you ain't gonna think about the chakras, G. When you see that, you gonna think about what? Gay, right? So let's keep it 100, real. So if you can't get mad at a gay person because they have gay pride, right? Then if you want to be black pride, then you can't get mad at somebody. Let them do what they do. You follow me? So come on, let's be realistic with it, man.
No, I mean, there's more reasons wrong with it. I'm just saying though, when
you talking about the black thing?
Or trying to wake them up because they are dead.
Bruh.
Trying to wake them up because they are dead. Coming at them, telling them the one thing that the only thing they got.
What you want? So what you want me? So listen, I'm not even, honestly, you know I'm not rough as most of these dudes, brother. You know I'm not. I could care less. What you can call listen, you can call yourself a girl for all I care. I could care less.
Yo.
You follow me? So I don't care what you call yourself, but don't act like you got it all and you don't even understand the basic fundamentals that is not even a nationality, that's not a people. Let's keep it 100. And you try to justify the motherfucker and say, oh brother, it's the ancient. Come on, bro. Let's keep it real.
Of course they wouldn't know that though.
How? Listen, stop making excuses, brother. Listen, we don't know what. Listen, let me.
I didn't have a Sabir Bey.
Listen, we are in 2020. I've been doing this for a while, right? Listen, 2020 with the technology we have today and our intellect. Listen.
Hold on. The technology is new.
No, what I'm saying, how long you been on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram?
Oh, me forever.
Okay, so now listen. So now let's go back to that again. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Still new.
But listen, but how many times do you see people, even right now at this moment, is on social media that you mean to tell me you ain't getting this motherfucker yet or you don't want to get it? Think about it.
No, my G, they living through their life.
Listen.
They're like, they check this shit out like it's like church. It's some people's church.
Well, church, listen, bruh. If we
real, like that's when they dip into it when they want to feel when they getting strong, but then they get weak again, my brother.
Listen, because you know why? Distractions is there around you.
Yes.
Distraction. So what did I just tell you earlier? You don't put yourself in those situations, right?
Listen. No,
Or you got to have that shield. Or you got to have. Listen. Or you have to have that. Or you have to listen. Or you have to be like Christ, right? Christ-like. Hold up. Follow me. So when they see the light come, right? That's your protection. Because what they do, they're not going to come to the one that got the light. They go to one of the dark. Nigga, just go. You ever see news people? You ever see news people? What they do? Like people how they interview people. They will go to a person and interview somebody in the hood, right? And they would say, "Nah, we don't want to see him because he look like he know. Let's go to this one. Well, God bless America. No, I seen every damn thing. I don't know." You know, they start telling because they went to the one that has the cloud over their head that is unconscious and they can peep that. So they not. And this is why I said the art of war is real. This is what it says in the art of war. Advance them when they are weak. Avoid them when they are strong. So if I'm strong, you're going to avoid me. You're going to go to the weak one because you know that you can get to them. That's the art of war. So you think for 1 minute they don't study this? I'm only giving you. I just listen. I just sat here and sprinkled some things, brother, and I don't know if cats caught it. I'm saying things. I went through masonry just now, right? I went through Hiram Abiff. I just went through the art of war. I'm sprinkling it, but I don't know if you can catch it. You might have to rewind this tape back to catch what I just said. Not you.
I would think they would catch it, but. Mikey, that's everyday life.
I know that, and this is what I'm saying. They study everyday life, and
Yes.
and listen, the feds don't sleep, and this is what I tell people: the feds don't go to sleep, brother. It's a thing in the FBI called profiling. This is you ain't got to believe me. Look it up. What they do is they profile people, right? They don't sleep.
Of course.
They up all night. They up all night long. G. They watch. Listen, and at this time right now, do you think for 1 minute? They're not watching everybody's Facebook because they know you home, right? Do you really think they? Do you think they doing quarantine? No, nah. They sitting back watching everybody's Facebook, everybody YouTube, everybody Instagrams, everybody. They doing all this, man, and that's all they doing is collecting data. Think about it. They want to see, but I don't know what they're doing it for. But I'm just telling you, that's what they're doing. I told you when I was in Barcelona. When I was in Barcelona.
Use this shit.
No, they're gonna use this motherfreaker. Oh, trust me. When I was in Barcelona, I said I met this guy in Barcelona. I just happened to be going to the Starbucks, and I would always, because I watch everybody. I have sunglasses on for a reason, G. I can tell you when you was in here, where you was at, what you was doing, right? This is me. Every time I would go in, I would see him sitting near the window. He would be on a computer. You know, and I would go up there, act like I'm doing something. I would, got the glasses on, peep his computer to see what he's doing, right? I was like, who the hell is this nigga, right? So I just happened to go up to him one day and say, yo, I said, what do you do, man? How you doing? He said my name, I think his name was Dave, and he said he was from Baltimore. And we started talking. So we got into this whole issue about, I think it was about race. It's on Facebook somewhere. So we started talking about race. And he said, I don't have social media. That's what he said to me. I don't have Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I said, really? So he's actually looking me up. He looked me up online when I was there. No, like he ran me down the next day. He ran everything down. And what he told me when he was sitting there, he said, I'm from Baltimore, but I live out here in Spain, right? Because he was in school. And he said he don't have social media. What he does is that he go on everybody else's social media, and he actually see what they're doing. I said, nigga. Yo, dude. This dude said, but think about what I just said. This is what they're doing. So if you're home and they know what you're doing, right? They know everything that you're doing. You're not hiding anything. They know what you're doing. They know they're watching everybody's videos to see if you really believe the crap that you do. Because what they're going to do is they're going to test you. You may not see the test. Again, be not like the bird who sees the seed, but the trap.
Right.
That is the key. So what happens? They're going to test you. You don't know how it's going to happen, because when you look at the profile in the FBI, they actually profile you. They'll put something in front of you. There's a prime movie I tell people to watch it. It's called Mindhunter with LL Cool J. Mindhunter. Go watch that movie with him. Right? In the scene, I'm going to give you this scenario that was going on in the scene. One guy liked to play with guns. He got the gun backfired. One girl couldn't resist cigarettes. She smoked and they had arsenic in a cigarette. This is just like weed. Some of these niggas don't get it. They can set somebody up to do that to you. So it could be in your alcohol. One dude wanted to be a leader. He was the first one that got killed. I think it was Christian Slater. LL Cool J was a guy who was investigating the FBI. He just came out of nowhere on an island because they was doing this training. So in the whole scenario, as people was getting killed because they was talking about people like to be on time, when time never was, when man was not. So the timing, right? Malcolm used to say, go somewhere early or go somewhere late. You follow me? That's how it was, right? He would go late and come early. If you important, people will wait. Well, that just rhymed too. But if that just rhymed. So you know what I mean? You see how this flowed out? But if you are important, they will wait on you. And that's what was told to me in this industry. If you are important, they will wait, right? So in the movie, they were all blaming LL Cool J in the movie. He probably had a bad childhood. He probably got this. He said, this is how cool he was. You ain't telling me nothing about myself. You're telling me about yourself. So I let people talk because they're not telling me about me. You're really telling me about yourself. And don't think for 1 minute they don't study these things. They have to study these people before they make these movies. So that movie, and it's a fact that the FBI have this thing called profiling. But if you were smart enough to know that you would know that the FBI stands for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It investigates. See how that works? It investigates, niggas. See how crazy this is? People are appearing, oh my God, this is the FBI. Nigga, they investigate, motherfuckers. What the hell? So again, but see, people don't get it, brother, because the fear is there. And that's why people can't follow me, because they don't understand. They can't get in my head and understand my thinking. I'm constantly thinking.
Right.
They investigate. Go research that motherfucker. That's all you got to do is research it. But that was the movie, and it's a good movie because they will stand around and just watch you, or they send somebody in, or they send somebody over. Or they, this is the game they play, and most of us fail the test. It's all tests. This right here that's going on is a test.
So are you saying? So hold on. Let me ask you a question then. So does that mean everything that we do know, especially the way it is now, that shit don't mean shit then?
What you mean? As far as what?
Like as far as if they decide to fucking do some shit tomorrow.
We're not prepared. Because you know why? We're not necessarily prepared. And this is why I tell people they need, and I will always play that KRS-One track, and I tell people this is called Survival Kit. I said, that nigga, he laid that down to you. You know how, when that joint came out? 2010?
2012.
2012?
Yeah, or 2011. It was either 2011 or 2012.
No, he did it when the flood was happening in New York. I remember that because I talked to him about it. It was that flood. Remember the flood happened in New York? It was a lot of water that was in New York. Because I remember I flew in the 2 days after when New York was flooded.
No. I'm not sure if he wrote it or no, you're talking about survival skills? Or
no, not survival skills, survival kit.
No, disaster kit.
Disaster kit, my bad. That's the one, disaster kit.
Yes,
because I know.
That's around 2012.
Yeah, because I remember him, and I remember New York was underwater at the time because I flew into New York at that time frame, and I got picked up at the airport. Yeah, because we talked about that, right? But he already said it back then. And why nobody knows about it. He laid the roadmap out for you. You follow me? He was telling people. But people don't want to hear it because it's not coming from CNN and all these black people that's on the news, brother. He laid it out for you. He said, drink water, my G. And you're going to have to drink the water from your hood, nigga. Like, how listen, let me show you how crazy this is, brother. And we used to have these meetings in New York, and you know that because you used to come there, right? At the National Black Theater. Mm-hmm. We used to have survival classes. Do you know that you can take a jar and heat a jar and have all the elements inside of a bottle? You could probably do it. I wouldn't say melt this, but you can take a bottle. All your elements is inside here. You can, inside the bottle is air. You caught the air. It's 4 elements. Fire, earth, air, water, right? 4. This is the air. Close it. Right? You can take the glass and sit it in some earth. Come back and actually will have the little particles around here, right? You can actually put it under some heat or leave it in the sun to create water. That's your 4 elements right there. That's called survival kit. Know how to survive. You can. It's many ways you can do these things. That is your four elements right there. They're fire, your earth, your air, your water. That's the elements. So we don't get that part, brother. And it's again, we're waiting for somebody else to tell us this. That's what we're doing. We're waiting for somebody.
Somebody else has to tell us this before anybody knows.
Man.
Somebody gotta tell it.
Huh? I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ask Dr. Phil what I say all the time. I say, remove this motherfucker from me. I don't want it. Like when Phil said you the ambassador to Morris, I said, nigga, I don't want that. I ain't call him a nigga. I didn't call him a nigga. I ain't gonna call him a nigga though. But I told him I don't want it. I'm straight.
Bring good people up, son.
No, brother. The problem is when you say bring them up. The problem is when you do that, bro.
Raise them up.
Listen, you get listen. I raise them up every day. But listen, them niggas the same niggas that try to shoot you.
Give them hope, Sabir.
He said, listen, they the same niggas that try to put a bullet in you, G. But I got tough skin, G. Literally tough skin. My body took 5 shots. But yeah, it's a lot to it, brother. And I be, just me personally, I do stuff at my pace.
No doubt.
I really do stuff at my.
It was a lot.
I know I do it at my, and I deal with the criticism. I deal with the people who don't know really what I do, and I still don't. And people like bored. I be getting hits to be like, nigga, you got patience. You live up to your name. You got patience, G, because they be coming at your neck, and you be peaceful and calm. Yeah, because your tongue is not killing me; it's killing you. Who said that?
Really?
Your tongue is not killing me; it's killing you. So it's not killing me. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm all right. But I can tell you this: if you come in this cipher, I will destroy you. That's what I said. If we on this,
why you gotta destroy people though?
No, it's not. No, let me clarify this. Let me clarify this. No, let me clarify. No, I'm not talking about the people that try. The people I'm trying to help. I'm talking about the ones who always are naysayers. I'm not talking about them. The ones that keep trying to come at me. That's the ones I'm talking about. No.
To me, I wouldn't even allow them to be on your shit.
Well, brother, this is why I'm going to this. But this is the thing. This is why I'm going on Zoom. I'm going on Zoom because this is open, and every time I give them the floor, brother, they don't want to come on here. You follow me? When I give them the floor, they say I overtalk them. I argue. I'm not arguing with you, Jesus. It's that don't bring the stupidity to me because my brain capacity can't hold that. It's like I got to dump some things out. Like, nigga, I don't want to hear that. You follow me? And that's what it is. It's like if you watched me for years or you watched me for 2 hours or an hour and you have not researched anything that I'm saying, why are you coming on here to argue with me? Everything that I do, I show you the proof, not from Wikipedia, from very well sources.
There should be no arguing, my nigga.
Brother, that's just the reality of our people. That's the reality. That's us.
And help people, my nigga.
Brother.
The argument shit to me makes no sense.
But they do that. Somebody said right here.
It's not a debate the truth.
They don't even know what truth is. They think it's the truth. The truth. Somebody said,
or to me, it's like, especially you of a person of a specialized knowledge, and as clear as you can give it to people. Imagine even thinking about them to me is a waste of time.
I really don't, but sometimes I do stuff for kicks and giggles. I'm gonna keep it real.
No doubt. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it could be. I know I could understand how it can get to you at some point and make you want to fuck it. Like,
oh, I'll be ready to curse up like a sailor, G. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'll be holding that motherfucker in like.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm still, even still, and then when you do that, that's just taking way time, my G.
I know. I know. Hold up, somebody said they think even debating is a waste of time. Well, you only debate your equals or others you teach.
That's right.
You only debate your equals.
John Henrik Clark.
No doubt. You only debate your equals or others I teach. And everybody think they equal. Jack, none of these cats is equal on the playing field with me. I'm going to keep it 100. So that's the reality, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, the battles were dope, I would say. But we beyond that. Or I would think so.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I done been in rooms with these people. I told you that attorney, and I've been in rooms with attorneys, and trust me, they all watch it, and they will hit me up and be like, G, yo, you should be a lawyer. I said, I'm a lawyer. I'm not an attorney.
No doubt. No
There's a
doubt.
difference. Like they would, you know, you got to see the double look when they. Wait a minute, nigga, they not the same people. But you would believe that they're the same people. One is a jurist. A lawyer is a jurist. A jurist is somebody that's versed or skilled in law and is known by their writing and their subject. Attorney practice law, which means they practice at law but not in law.
Right.
And this is the hard part to get to our people to understand. It's like, dude, these cats are not lawyers, man. Stop calling. You ain't going. If you can right now, I want everybody on this feed to go find me an attorney and let them see. I pulled out a bar card before with them. Let me ask them. Let you see their bar card, and if you can find on the bar card, listen to me clearly, Facebook and YouTube, and Instagram. Let me see where it says lawyer at on that mother freaker. Bet you get $1,000 and it's not going to say lawyer. It's going to say a bar card to be an attorney. It's not going to be a lawyer. A lawyer is a person that's a jurist. 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 One who is versed or skilled in law. Who is known by their writing or a legal scholar. So could I be a jurist? I'm a legal scholar. That's what it is. You follow me? So, but we so conditioned though, son one, that we don't realize that, homie. We don't realize that these cats is not who they say they are. They all work for the courts.
Right.
He said, show proof. Show proof. You show proof, brother. Get on the feed. This is what I'm. There you go, right there, brother. He been.
Hey, but see, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about him.
No, but
You
see,
should show proof, though.
I showed the proof. I showed the proof. I showed.
Hold on. Let me also say you do show proof.
Thank
so
you.
anybody who's new to it,
He's not new. He's not new though.
See, this is what I'm saying. The nature of the somebody is saying show proof. Like relax, my G. Like he's teaching. Let him teach. He's not there for that, brother. Listen to me. He's not there because what happens, he's been on my feed for almost a year and probably longer. He sees everything and how many times I showed and proved that, right? But he never once went and got an attorney and say, let's see if this guy is lying. This is what I'm saying, brother. That type of person. You got stalkers, brother.
That's exactly what he is. This nigga asked me, listen, I said nigga. This nigga asked me, was I married the other day? I said, nigga, are you serious? Like, nigga, I ain't gay. Not by far. You know what grown man asks another man? Son one, are you married, son one? Son one, are you married?
You damn right I'm married.
You got a girlfriend married, son one? No, I wouldn't say, but I wouldn't ask you that because I know, right?
Well, listen.
How much money you got, son one?
Listen to it. Another nigga is damn right I'm married.
No, but it's funny because they asked me that question. Like he asked me, I said nobody. That's like something a woman that asked me. Are you married? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Not a grown. No, not a.
No, you married, my G. There's 3 options on the sex list.
No. You missed my point. Not from a grown man, brother.
Well, listen. If a grown man was asking,
brother, are you? No.
He's a grown man.
No, what he should have said, he said, "Are you a good father?" Yeah, I'm a hell of a father, G. To all my children.
He might have really wanted to know if he was married, my G.
But listen.
He wanted to know if he was single, son.
You know that might be the trap, nigga. They might be gay. That's my key. Right?
Why does he ask you?
Say why you ask? You say why you talking to this goofy dude? Yo, I'm ready to block this cat, man. I'm gonna keep it funky, man. I'm ready to block him. He just called you goofy. Ain't that a damn?
He's mad.
No. This is what we're gonna do, son one. If he promised to come on right now, see, this is the game. Right here it is, right here. If he promised, and I'm gonna cut him, I'm gonna block him. If he don't, if you're willing to come on the feed, right? I'll take son one off and bring you on. If not, I'm gonna block you because everybody said block. Get rid of this dude. So I'm gonna say this one more time. If you want to come on the feed and talk, you can let me know. Push 1, and son 1 will get off, and I will bring you on, and then we'll talk.
Well, my G, I'm good anyway. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, me too, man. But I just want to know. I want to know because I'm gonna block him anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna ask him.
Peace and much love, my G. I appreciate
Peace.
you.
Peace. No, I'm gonna block him because I have fun doing this. You don't understand. I got energy. I do this for kicks and goddamn giggles, my G. No, it is that serious. You don't get on the feed and call people silly. I ask you a question. So if you're going to answer me or not, you're going to come on the feed or not. Because you're getting ready to get blocked. And I don't care if you get mad. So the hell what? Cut him. I'm going to give him to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm going to give him something to talk about. You can talk about I cut you, so I want everybody to know why I cut him. See you later, homie. Trying to see. Thank you. So listen, I appreciate everybody on here. Anybody else want to come on before I get off of here? Just push 1. Let me know you want to come on. I hope I did some service too for you. But I gotta I gotta call my daughter. Anybody want to come on? Push 1. We appreciate it. I appreciate y'all too. Go visit the website, theSabirBeyShow.com. Again, theSabirBeyShow.com. If you want to come on, push the 1. I'm gonna try to ride this whole thing out on Instagram. I'm gonna ride it out. So hurry up and get on here.
It's your boy Roy, man.
What's
going
up?
on with you, brother?
I'm good.
You get that letter I sent you?
Man, I didn't do nothing yet. I'm busy working. I got, bro. You have no idea what I'm trying to get together. I've been reading up on the philosophers. I'm sitting up here trying to get this storyboard together for this piece I'm doing. I just don't want to slip out.
I'm doing the same thing, bro. That's why it's hard for me to come on now. But I was listening a little bit to what you and young man was talking about. So when I did my show yesterday, I talked about parents. This is the greatest opportunity for you to get to know your kids.
Yeah.
They're at home now. This is the greatest opportunity to see where their lessons at. Can they read? Can they write? What the teacher's been teaching them? Do they really know history? Do they really know the things? And this is the greatest opportunity because you're at home as a parent. Instead of you running crazy, teach your kids how to cook, clean, take care of the house. Teach your kids how to sit down and be family for the first time since the 50s and 60s. People can
become a dictator.
Sit down in this big town and teach their kids and stuff and understand truth. And like you said, you teach to the point where do your own investigation, do your own research. Mm-hmm. Most teachers won't tell you to do your own research. Most preachers will tell you just follow my sermon. They won't tell you to learn the scriptures and do the research of what he's teaching you to understand that if it's factual. Factual is the main thing about teaching, not and visual and factual. So everything that we learn is based on hearsay. If you don't understand factual and learn, just like you just talking about being an attorney, a district attorney, a lawyer, a public defender, all different positions.
They're all different positions, brother. It's not the same.
All different positions in courts. Even if you understand what a judge is, all different types of judges. All judges can't make the same decision. It's a whole different type of jurors. Every time you go to court, they say that we're getting a jury on your peers. If you look up and say, none of these motherfuckers is my peers.
And that's the funny thing is none of these people are your peers, dude. It's like the word they use today is called what is it called? Character witnesses, right?
Character witnesses.
But what it is that a jury of your peers is people who know you. That's your peers. It's not every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You follow me? It's like, this is why I said they run amok on our people, because they play these games with our people and we don't even peep the game that's being played. And they ask you questions. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God? And everybody's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you swear to tell the truth?
Really into your religion, you know you don't swear on the Bible.
Nope.
You don't swear on God. You don't sit there. And then every time I tell people, when an officer asks you, when he quote that little saying before they arrest you, you have the right to remain silent. If you you don't, then they ask you, do you understand? Stay silent. Don't even say I do understand it. Don't say I don't. Just look at it. Because right there confuses the officer to knowing that you understand your rights or not. Because literally you don't even know why you're here when they pull you over. Can I search your car? Just stay silent.
But this is the thing.
It's a total trip about life, man.
Well, that's what I said though. This is why I was sharing with people about the law. Like you have people say, "Do you understand the charges?" And people be like, "Yeah." How the hell you do understand? You don't understand nothing, nigga. Like, but the game is constantly being played. But if I can play it out on TV, what we're gonna do is subconsciously, right? Repeat that subconsciously. I don't like this joint ending without talking to people, man. I don't like the way that joint be ending, man, because I'll be in my thoughts right then and there. Let me see if I can get my brother Reg on here real quick. Hey, bro, try to hit me up again and see if you can come on. I don't know what just happened. Send me that request again. Thank you for doing it. No doubt, Reg. You know you my brother, homie. No doubt. Brother Reg. Boston.
Yeah, I was able to connect back.
No. It was the because they only give you an hour on Instagram.
Yeah, well, actually, you get an hour. You're lucky because most people get 45 minutes. But see, you're a repeat user, so that's why they give you extra 15 minutes.
Are you serious? That's how that works?
Yeah. You only get 45 minutes.
Get out of here.
Instagram. But I'm gonna give you some game on something. When you get your laptop and you decide to go on, download OBS, and then go to Hangout. It's called an app called Hangout. It's free for Google.
I got Hangout.
Yeah, and then you can have multiple people on.
I just signed up for Zoom. I just signed up for Zoom.
Your email.
I know. I just signed up for Zoom because I'm gonna start monetizing. The brother called me before you got on here. He said monetize this information that you got, brother, because you be going in. But I'm going to set up. I set up Zoom. I'm still playing with it because I already have Patreon already set up.
Patreon, yeah.
But
and this is another thing. If you do OBS, you're able to show your videos and movies at the same time you live and talk about each series without even missing a beat. It's able to show all your content. You can show that. You don't have to even miss the camera because the camera's able to split your camera into different sides. It's a trip because once you learn the OBS system, you can upload videos of speakers and you'll be online and you can stop and see and you can do all these different things with OBS. That's how these guys are able, and that's what they call the gamer system. And that way you can do it and it's free. OBS is free. Just download it to your laptop and you.
This is the funny thing. This is the funny thing. There's always a catch to something if it's free. Listen to me. Let me tell you why. Because TikTok. Do you know that game TikTok, the app, is owned by China and they take all your stuff from China? All your stuff you give over to them. They can go and find out everything about you on TikTok, right? But now they got cats talking about it when I've been talking about this before. But it's funny as hell to me. But it is what it is. But also, let me go back to what we was talking about when I said the court. When I said they ask you a question, do you understand the charges? And you don't understand the charges because you don't know anything about law. How many people have law? How many of our people don't hear any beep tonight? Who cares if you hear the beep? They talking about my smoke detector. People be worried about my beep instead of what I'm saying.
Oh, man, they tripping.
You know how you drown out stuff like, nigga, I ain't hearing it. Like, I don't care. I don't care.
And this is the funny part. I wasn't even paying attention to it.
No, it's like that's why if you notice, I don't say anything until you bring attention to it. So the problem is people pay attention to the wrong things.
And this is another thing when you be talking about law. This is what people don't understand. You can't know your charges until the district attorney hears your case. And this is what bothers me when you say, do you know your charges? What charges? The district attorney no cop can charge you with anything. They can just say they're arresting you for the law that they are trying to enforce. They only enforce what they think they know. And they don't really know everything because you can't go to the police academy for 6 months.
Niggas be swearing they be knowing too. They be like,
let me give you some example, man.
Yo, that's funny.
I worked for the San Francisco Police Department for 5 years in San Francisco.
Mm.
And some of the cases that they do, cops will have to write up their cases to even get submitted. They have to have they'll return you and give you their report and take it back. You can't turn it in like this. No. It needs to be written up a certain way for the district attorney to accept it, to be able to show a judge to do anything.
Wow.
See, and this is why people don't understand. Same with the public defenders. When the public defenders get your case, it's meant to make you guilty because they don't have every detail to the case. They will never give every detail to the case, a public defender. That's why the judge say, if you can't afford a lawyer, now listen to him. If you can't afford a defense lawyer, we will give you a public defender. Defense lawyer can pull the whole case because he has a law degree. A public defender can't do nothing but accept what he can get, what he has to go by what he can get.
Yup.
Very few public defenders will win their case. They lose at 90-something% of the time.
Damn.
Very rare because they don't have the information. And the only time they win is because it was a technical mistake on the district attorney part.
Wow. Damn.
So that's what people don't understand. The system is meant to, and they all go to lunch together. District attorney, judge, they all sit.
I said that. Hold up. When I was in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
I always tell my stories about Philly, right? So, number one, attorneys are officers of the court. Let's keep it real. They're officers, right? So there's a place across the street from City Hall in Philadelphia. And what happened, I walked past, because you can see them when they sitting out in the restaurant. So I backed up. I said, nigga, that look like such and such. I go inside the restaurant, one of these fancy restaurants. I put my hand on the shoulder of the dude that was sitting with the prosecutor. I said, nigga, like it's a game, G. But you gotta, this is a brother, but you gotta see their facial expression when you know, like, them niggas was like, I said, dude, what kind of game is it? And this is why I tell people, if I'm wrong about what I'm saying, why haven't they ever had no attorney try to come at me or a prosecutor come at me? And this dude yesterday's gonna say that they don't have time. Nigga, they got time for everything else. They have time for this.
Bro, let you make a mistake. Believe me.
If I made a mistake,
if they can penetrate you,
they would.
Get you quietly. It's just like that reporter when he went to that country, and that prince, that Arab dude, said, "Get him down." Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. They killed his ass.
Which
for all
one?
That information. That a couple of years ago, you remember when Trump and that didn't say anything? They killed that president.
You talking about in Turkey?
Yeah, Turkey.
I was in Turkey. Let me tell you, I was in Turkey. I'm telling you,
remember that.
Right?
Imagine that situation on a reporter to be over there in a position, and now the United States talking about their lawyers, they can't do shit.
No, they can't do nothing.
You won't know the information about that situation.
Listen, Turkey is a motherfucker. Listen, they don't need nothing from the United States. This is what it is in Turkey. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. They want nothing from the United States. They can't even be part of the United Nations, brother. They can't be part of the European Union. Not the United Nations. They can't be part of the European Union. And I'm sitting here like, so as this was going on when I was there, right? I stayed there for a week and a half when I was in Turkey. So I'm sitting with the Kurdish dudes now. They telling me to run down like I'm over Turkey. And I'm sitting. That's why I never go nowhere and say I'm a journalist. I said I'm a producer. That's my whole kick, right? Because what happens, I'm not going to say that. And I learned my lesson going through Morocco like that. But I was saying I'm a producer. So what happens? Do you know that even Wikipedia is forbidden in Turkey? Wikipedia is forbidden in Turkey. You cannot have Wikipedia. You can't go online and get Wikipedia.
And believe me, when you go across that passport, they read it. The first thing they do in other countries is they type your name in and they look that passport up.
That's what they did.
You come while you was in radio, see, you were black on a lot of radio. People understand. Your message was so powerful, they got scared.
Yo, but I was in Malta. They was asking me to do radio in Malta, on the island of Malta. They said, "Oh, you should come over here and do radio." That's what they was asking me. You should come over to Malta and do radio. I said, "Oh, I'm with it. Shit, I'll do it." You know, and it's nice over there. But you right, your name do come up, and trust me, all your stuff come up on it. And my name is Sabir Bey on that motherfucker.
Man, and that name alone is a Bey.
Yup. You know what they was telling me? They said that's an ancient name, and it meant for president. They said it was for presidents and people like that, and that's why I didn't understand when I was going through these things. They were looking at me, and whatever I wanted, they was like, "Yo, what's up? I got you." You follow me?
Dude, I'm gonna get this information on these 4 warriors. They were all called Beys. They were all Beys, and they were back in ancient times. They conquered. They took them out of history. My cousin used to teach me about the Beys, and he used to teach me about these warriors. They was like Hannibal, just kings, this awesome Beys. And what they did, a lot of people don't realize, all American history of brown people is stricken, is burnt. They don't have we talk about Martin Luther King because we was able to see the visual, but even before all this movie and technology and all this record, there's many records that was burnt out of the history. Just like you take the ministers of defense of New Orleans, their history was burnt out of it. They got rid of that history because they're the real first Black Panthers. They were killing sheriffs and governors.
Dude, so imagine why they don't want that. And brother, if you want to come on here, Flair, push 1. Anybody wants to come on Instagram, push 1. But the thing about it though, being there, bro, like sitting with these people, it was kind of crazy. But there's a part, I believe it's in Toledo, and this is thing called Black Water.
Wow.
In Toledo. So the Black Water was when they took all the books of the Moors and started putting them into the water. The ink,
history. That's true though.
The ink made the water black.
Yeah, that's true, man. And the cool part about that history too, when you go back to Constantine, before he changed the real original Christianity of 200 BCE, it was burned.
Yeah.
And Constantine created his, and he voted the name Jesus in. See, a lot of people think Jesus was just, he voted, it was a vote of 300 of his disciples, of religious disciples, to vote that name in to cause that Bishop Bible to be.
Dude, it's so much history. Like I was in,
Man, yeah.
you know where you got a lot of history at? When I was in Hagia Sophia, that place, the Hagia Sophia, bro. I mean, just imagine you being in a place that is freaking ancient like that, dude. Like I'm in the Hagia Sophia in Turkey, right? I had to search the dude who built. It's called the Sinai the Builder. He built the Blue Mosque and different stuff like that. He was a builder.
Right.
So I'm in the Blue Mosque. I'm in Suleiman's Mosque, the mosque that Malcolm X was in. I'm like, damn, this is crazy, yo. Like, imagine I'm in the places where Malcolm was at the times, and like just talking to these people over there, and they blown away of the information that I know. I met people. It was so funny because I was talking about Dubai, right? This is the funniest thing I didn't know. This is funny. So it was a girl. I was talking about Dubai in Saudi Arabia, and didn't know that the girl I was talking to was from Saudi Arabia. I said, man, I don't give a damn about nobody from Saudi Arabia. But and she said, I said, where you from? She said, Saudi Arabia. I said, shit. You know, but it was so funny because we was talking and we was talking about history. So she said, I would love to talk to you. Do you have an Instagram? I said, yeah, I got Instagram and Facebook. She said, yo, I want to talk with you, right? But me, again, because of the ignorance that I was talking about Saudi Arabia and didn't fully understand. So she schooled me on some things when I was there that I choose not to talk about right now. But she was telling me some stuff. She said, I know I want to sit with you because I would love to do something with you. But she was from Saudi Arabia. But she was like, yo, she said, you know all about this. And I'm like, yo, yeah, the Moors did this and da-da-da-da, and the Ottoman Empire. We going back and forth, standing outside of the Blue Mosque. And I'm between the Blue Mosque and the Hagia Sophia in the garden, like, standing there. And we talking. So, again, I met so many people when I was there. Even the Kurdish dudes was giving me some rundown about what was going on.
See, you get game from that real history.
Yeah, from the real history, dude. And that was crazy, bro. Like, I'm sitting here like, yo, G. It was, and at the same time, I'm like, I'm watching myself because I heard about that reporter, and I'm like, nigga, that nigga gone. you can, hold up, you magically disappear in Turkey.
Man, let me tell you what I saw. That's why I always talk to you a little bit about Timbuktu. There was a brother I know, Mamadou. He's synagogue, right? So he went to Stanford, and he graduated, and he gone back home. He speaks like 8, 9 different languages, pure, from different dialects in French and all the different areas. But he showed me something that made me so curious. He showed me some of the first writings of men. They were on rock. They were carved out like books, Bibles, but they were carved in stone. And language that I couldn't even say a word. There's nothing I can visualize to even speak. And he told me, he said, unless you start understanding the first writings of men and women, the first writings, and he said men and women. And then he said, what we get away from is that women were emperors and kings also. We don't teach that the truth about leadership and how it plays a role of all our culture plays a role throughout time. He said brown people, that's the first time I heard just brown people. He didn't say nothing about culture, nationality. He said brown people speaks various of languages all over the world. We're from, and we have traveled from. He said, that's who taught me about Buddha, the brother Buddha, the real Buddha, the Buddha.
Sambo. It was Sambo.
So Mamadou and I was so ignorant. I was a young man, and we were working security together. And he was going to Stanford, and I was going to Merritt and in Oakland. And the stuff he was showing me, and you're talking about early 70s, the stuff he was showing me and how it was, it blew me away. And that's when I started opening up the Bible and opening up the Quran and opening up stuff. But he said, not just open it. It's American Quran. It's American Bible. You got to go to other countries and study, because once you get to America, it's so much taken out. And it's so dictated, and it's almost a capitalist way of learning.
That's
I'm going to capitalize on you. So I start finding, when the Apple computers, I start finally learning how to, when these cell phones came out, you can get online and do a little Google and email. That was when I finally was able to get history. But I also know it's a lot of history in America that's hidden, that we don't go to the libraries and go look for these books. They are sitting right in our own libraries, these histories, and you can ask for them, because you can go to a librarian and ask, do you have this certain information? They pull it up, oh, it's in section way back in the back, on the corner, way over there. You want to go get these things. Newspaper articles from way back.
I got some articles from, I have some articles from Tarifa. What if I told you it was books that cost $80,000 to $100,000?
I believe you. I thought maybe you had a few of them.
No, the highest book.
I was waiting on you, man.
The highest book that I have.
Book back then, it's worth a lot now.
No, but the highest book that I have is cost. It's it's about $1,000.
Yeah,
it's about $1,000.
Yeah.
But
I saw some books in auction up in the millions.
But my stepmom used to, before she retired from the government, and she used to work in D.C. She used to go get the books for the government that cost over $100,000. She said she used to try to get me to like come to the house so I can record them. You know what I mean? So I can like take pictures of it. But I never had the chance to go get them because they can't. It's like you can't keep them. Like you literally got to get them there, mind you. These books is like $40,000, $80,000, $100,000, and some of these law books is like $50,000. You follow me? Like Corpus Juris Secundum, American Jurisprudence. Those books is high. But the thing is that we don't see the value in that, and we don't even see the value in people who's putting this information out. And this is what kills me, man. It's like Medee would sit on the phone with me and say, brother, you don't even know what you're doing. This is what he would say to me. Like, dude, you giving people college lessons on here. This is what he would say. Like, he would really say, why am I wasting my time with our people, basically? He's not saying discrediting them, but he would just say it to the point that, why would you go back and forth with these people when they don't even care? This is what he would say to me. And I'm like, dude, because they're the ones that need it, But he said if it was really about money, he told me that you got Chinese people and white people that would pay me thousands of dollars to teach their child this. This is what he said to me. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but it's, I need the money, but sometimes it ain't always about the money. I mean, I need it,
But you know what he was telling you? The from what you just told me?
What?
What I get out of it? He was educating you.
Yes, he was. Yes,
and
he was.
What he was saying to me, is your people so lost. You have the will to keep educating them.
Yep.
Don't stop. And that's the beauty of your spirit in all. And he was just telling you not to give up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us give up for money.
Yeah.
And we give up, and we go because we get tired. And he said, man, you're going to get tired if you hate it. You get tired someday. Because I can look in your face.
I be tired, bro. I be beat dealing with my people, boy. And it's like, I can get off these feeds and you'd be surprised only 2 people would even support. That's why if it's really about the money, it'll be 2 people that literally would support. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But I got to keep going. And that's the thing about it. When you keep giving somebody something, what they would do is they keep taking advantage of you. So when the other side come out, when I snap or I say something, oh, he's being this way. No, it's not that, because you don't know what's going on with me. You don't know what is happening on my end. You follow me? Because I hear people regurgitate the information that I say. I hear people that they say, oh, you should listen to this person. No, you should ask that person where they got their information from. Because every last one of them watched the videos. So that's what that's the part that comes in, the irritation part. And then some people say, well, why don't you just stop? Nigga, stop what? You know, I just have to switch up what I'm doing. You know, because that's why I said don't even, you know.
Negative spirit that dwells in all of us that we have to learn to control.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people.
That's that, because a brother was asking me, man, I used to say nigga all the time. And when I was a kid, because I grew up in the 56, nigga this, nigga that. And I realized that's the most hateful word. One of the most hateful words in the world. And regardless of how mad, some dudes make me want to just choke them and say, right in the face. But I realize that hurts our children, and we grow up with it. And
what hurts me is hurts our children is not telling the truth. And what hurts me is with these conscious people who don't tell the truth. You know what I mean? And people say, well, they don't know. And if they don't know, they shouldn't act like they know. You follow me? If they don't know, they shouldn't act like they know. And this is what I'm saying when I'm up against every day, and I just laugh at it. That's why you may hear me joke, or you hear me say something about somebody, because I'm joking. This is me getting it off my chest. I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, you can come at me.
No, bro. I don't have no problem with nobody. This is what
I ain't saying you. I'm not saying you.
My conscience is, I gotta be, everything I do gotta be positive. See,
that's
regardless of what you teach, it's positive. There's no negative about the man is giving you knowledge that you should look at, because he can show you facts. Because look how many black people in jail. So when this man is teaching you about the law, the one you want to believe is that news reporter on Channel 2.
Yeah.
Over a man that studied the law, you want to turn on your TV and believe all the stuff that's going on.
Yep.
We know this coronavirus is the reason. We're sitting there, but this is the opportunity, because we're all at home now. So listen, study, learn, so you can decipher to take care of your family, because if that coronavirus comes in your family because you didn't listen, it can affect you, and if it affects you, you can get through it because you got a conscious, good spirit and health. You can understand your immune system is strong. Because a lot of people are walking around with it and they're not even affecting them, because it's like atomic cold to them. Because they took care of their health.
Yeah, somebody said, I don't own a TV. I do, but what's the point? Listen,
but you own a cell phone.
Hold up, listen, if you own a cell phone, you own a gun. It ain't about the TV, it's what you watching. You follow me? It's not the gun that kill people, it's the person behind the gun that kill people. You follow me?
That's the funny part. He owns a cell phone or a computer.
There you go.
You get the same information from the TV to the computer.
Thank
you got Netflix on your phone. You can watch movies.
I guarantee you they do.
You can watch YouTube. You can watch Google. These are the most powerful. It ain't the TV. It's the social media.
But that's why I said it's not the gun. It's the person behind the gun. You follow me? So it ain't like the gun say, I'm going to shoot this motherfucker. No, it's the person behind the gun that say, I'm going to shoot the motherfucker.
Hey, when guns start thinking to shoot you, they'll be in trouble.
They do.
You're right.
They be set up to backfire. They do.
Yeah.
But it's real.
But every day, man, I get proud of you, because I said this brother message is getting stronger and stronger. He might get upset some days, or he might get tired. But guess what?
I do be tired.
Your message is growing, bro. I post you everywhere. People calling me, who's that, man? I said, your message is getting stronger, bro.
Give thanks, man.
And people don't understand, the message is not a cost to his message. It's a spirit to his message.
Yeah.
But we still need to help the brother out, because regardless, people people got to eat, and this brother might have to go to work somewhere, and he can't give the message because he's so tired because he got to keep his roof over his head. Yeah. So while you got a chance to listen to this brother, just send it up. I don't ask for anything. Me, I teach, man. I got so many followers. I don't ask. I don't care less, and I don't get not one dime.
No, they said I'm a lady. She said I'm a lady, bro. She said I'm a lady. No, read it. But they said about the TV. She said I'm a lady. I read books and education, my children and work. She said she's a woman. But this is the thing. Also, it's what kind. This is the thing. Honestly, let me keep it real with you, brother. Majority of these people that's conscious, I can probably tell you that only the 4 books that they study. Dr. Ben, Stolen Legacy, or John Henry Clark. We don't read anything else besides.
And I bet you don't study John Henry Clark completely.
Well, they really don't, but
the serious John Henry Clark.
Yeah, that's true because this history goes so deep, man. That's why I said I'd rather focus on the children, and I haven't put the curriculum together yet, and I'd rather focus on the children, man, and teach them, man. And I'm just burnt out with the adults, bro.
I wish they studied Malcolm X's journey instead of study Malcolm X's journey. And then study what he learned in his journey. Not the man, not Malcolm X, because the reason Malcolm X is dead because the truth was going to come out, like you're teaching. Just so people don't understand, he wasn't able to share the truth to you. What his knowledge that he learned, they took him out.
They took him out because this is what's happening with our people now.
When he shared it with Martin Luther King silently, they took him out. See, people don't understand what these guys was about to do together.
And these are conscious people. They were supposed to be woke people. You follow me?
Yeah.
And this is what I feel. And this is what, honestly, brother, this is what I feel now. Because even with, I don't care if you're in the nation, 5% nation,
right.
Moorish movement, whatever, conscious movement, Black Power movement, they all feel it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going along with the bull. They feel it. You see what I mean? And this is why even when I was listening to a show yesterday, and I wanted to chime in. And I kept saying, yo, bro, I'm going to get on, I'm going to explain something. They never want me to come on it because once I'm there, it's a wrap. And they don't never want me to come on them feeds, brother. And this is why you don't hear my name get brought up in it. And
that reminds me when Farrakhan is around all the top preachers, they be shaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Once he opens his mouth,
exactly.
They like,
it's
hard to compete
with truth. It is not regurgitating information.
And it's hard to compete with real knowledge of man. And all we are is man too, and we make mistakes and we're not always right in the sense. But our spirit is teaching us to do right. And when you do right, your knowledge will come to you much faster when you're trying to do right. It's like mothers raising being a single parent. They know what's right and wrong. They know that the kids need the knowledge of men and the knowledge of women. They know they need all the knowledge, but we separate it.
Yeah.
And we seal it away, and our kids get in trouble growing up. All these parents, they get in trouble, they go out in the streets, that become their daddy and mama.
Yep.
Out there. And then when they bring it back to your house, you still support it because it's still in your home. So because of the love that you have for your children, you get blind to the fact. But if your children get the facts and the truth, they will see through things.
Yep.
They can make better decisions out there.
Yep.
When I got shot at the Kingdoms, I needed to make a better decision after that. Because that didn't let me go. I need to make a better decision after that. So once you learn these decisions, you get much better. And now I'm oldest, 60-something-year-old man, and I'm healthy. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't run the streets. I'm a loner. I stay away from stuff, and I do good, and I teach. And I'm not perfect. I don't teach everything. I don't know if I'm doing that. So that's why I listen to you. I listen to certain brothers, and I don't care about your religion. I don't care about what you study because it's messed up in all of us because we're in America. Anything in America, I don't care what religion you are, you're following American laws and rules to live, to even teach.
Malcolm said, Malcolm said, keep the religion in the closet with you and your God. keep your religion in the closet. Keep your religion in the closet with you and your God. That's what he said. I don't care about nobody's religion, G. It's like if you ask me, I'm all the religions. I'm all of it.
You have a personal relationship with God.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's it.
No doubt. And I tell people this all the time. Anybody want to get on here, y'all, jump on. You got to push a 1. Push number 1, and I'll bring you on the feed before I get off here because now I'm getting tired.
And I tell people, said, and I'm not challenging you.
No.
You share your life, how your life. I can give you some advice, but at the same time, you have to take that advice and investigate it. You have to research it. Don't just take my word for anything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take Sabir Bey word. I study and write key words down. He say, write things that when he told me some things I didn't understand about the Alhambra. I'm telling people I didn't understand. I bought a book in Spanish and I bought a book in English and I bought a book in France and in French. I bought a book in German about the Alhambra, and that's when I learned about Germany and the rulers of 800 years of us. And I wrote dictate how we rule. That's why that swastika and all that stuff. I had to learn that.
Dude.
And as an older man, because of what you were teaching, I studied Germany, and the brothers that they was dressed, man, they was clean for the way they dressed. And they ruled Germany. Germany admired black people.
Yeah, but in Marseille, Marseille, France was the first place in France, right? Marseille was underwater, right? And when I was there, and I got a lot of footage from Marseille too, brother. A lot of footage from Marseille, and I went live when I was there. So as I'm walking through Marseille, the sister, one was from Algiers, and one was from Tunis, and they took me to the port where what they did, they brought in people from Africa to fight Germans. The French did. They brought in people from Africa, Algeria, different places, right? But you don't hear about that, right? So they were Moors that they were bringing in to fight. I said, God damn, this is crazy. Like, I'm literally at nighttime filming this motherfucker down at the port in Marseille, France. Straight up. It is dope there, yo.
You took some nice pictures, too.
Dude, it's nice in Marseille.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice in Marseille, brother.
Yeah.
It's nice in Marseille.
Yeah. See, as I travel and journey, and people don't know the connection of Jamaica and Asia and China right now. The things that China's doing there, taking that country. See, a lot of times people don't do their history and look at all the genes don't last but maybe 1,000 years at the most. And the United States is starting to slowly go into their last days.
Yeah.
The way it is. And these old politicians that's 80 and 90 that's still in their seat, that they losing their way in their country. They're trying to. That's why I said there's so much more to this coronavirus than what people think.
Yeah.
And so just take care of your family before. How come the whole world is standing still? This whole world is standing still. This is more.
Well, China just opened up.
Huh?
China just opened up.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. But the problem is, why is all these leaders involved in one thing? That never happens. This is something different. You know, like it'd be two countries talking shit to each other, warring, whatever the situation is. But this is the whole entire world. Who knew that this was going to happen? They did. They know that this was going to happen. They know the world is going to stand still because every country is talking about what? We're overpopulated where we live. It's too many people where we live. So what is the only thing that we have got caught up in our face is a virus that kills everybody in the world, in every country. Think about that.
Dude, they need to study, like I said. There is a man, and I'm just gearing. That's why I said I've been busy, because I really want to teach on Ibn Sina or Avicenna. I really want to teach on Ibn Sina and Averroes, Ibn Sina, and Ibn Khaldun. Those are the people.
You're teaching on Khaldun.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say so. I was gonna let that slip out, but I'm doing something. It's gonna be crazy on him though. But he's one that I'm teaching on Ibn Khaldun, the father of economics.
Well, I can't wait to
society.
find your video and your documentary, and I hope for one day your book.
Hey man, listen.
On your travels to Spain.
I'm working on it, brother. I just trying to think of a scam so I can get like $100,000.
Yeah. No, brother. Listen,
I'm just joking, man.
That book you write from Spain.
I'm just joking, man. But
No,
listen,
no. Believe in it. That's all.
No. What I'm saying though, because you got to get to that point, and it's a lot that you gotta. It's just a lot, and I tell people it's not easy because you're not.
No.
You're not scamming nobody. You know what I mean? You're not creating, sensationalism to get money, and that's not what I do. But I'm going to get off of here, man. I asked people they want to get on here, but I'm getting tired right now. I'm gonna drink me some tea. I'm not gonna sleep.
Me too, man.
I'm not getting no sleep. I'm just gonna sit down and watch a movie or something. Cause I do have stars.
I'm gonna tell you what I was watching one day, and I didn't realize how much history they threw out there. Was Godfather of Harlem with Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
How much the dude that played Malcolm X, how the relationship between him and Elijah Muhammad, and the relationship between Bumpy Johnson, Malcolm X, the boards, all these different politicians, Kennedy, the president, how this dude, Bumpy Johnson, was in everything. The Guineas, the Italian mobster, how this cat, and some of the quotes that the dude was playing Malcolm X, some of the shit he was saying, if people don't listen, you will miss it. That brother was teaching Malcolm X, bro. You have to check it out, man. It's called A Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, James Small's supposed to be in there, but I'm gonna say this in closing. All I want for my soul to return is a politician.
Yeah. I hope not.
No, I'm joking. What I was saying, buy them niggas. Buy a nigga.
Yeah, man. You be all right, bro, man.
And listen to the whole time for the damn. I was on it for
One day when I get
2 or 3 hours.
I'm gonna get you on my show. I know it costs, but I'm gonna get you on my show.
No doubt, man. He said I was on it for 2 or 3 hours, bro.
Huh?
I was on it for 2 or 3 hours. God damn, I got to go, dude.
Yeah, man. You got to go, man. But we'll talk later, man. And I appreciate you even taking the time during this crisis, man.
No problem.
Teaching us, man. Because a lot of people won't do it. They're so stressed out, but I appreciate the time, man. And I hope you post some of that stuff that you're taking to keep your immune system again, so I can write some more stuff down.
I'm going to take some turpentine, brother, in a minute.
Okay, man.
I'm going to, after I call my daughter.
All right, take care, man.
Peace.
All right.